And you gonna get off his corners? You gonna leave his people be? Or you the one that's gonna find yourself a new plug?
You don't mean that shit?
The fuck I don't. I built this shit. Me. Brick by brick. And I'll be damned if I let you tear it down just cause you don't like the way another nigga talk. Drive, motherfucker!
Where are we gonna go? Why is the world so cold? Will the Lord take my soul? Who's really in control? Will the truth ever be told? Nobody really knows.
Get right. I know I'm living wrong, so every day. Get right. Get right. I gotta get right. Get right. Get right. No, I'm living wrong, so every day. Get right. Get right. Get right. I know I'm living wrong.
I love this music. Hear the passion in my lines. I give you the uncut raw. Feel the pain in my rhymes. 9 to 5, daily grind. Walk the straight and narrow to get it. A simple traffic ticket could be my death sentence. We celebrate the sinning, street life living. It's good when you're winning and until the cops start sniffing. Game start to shift and evidence say get finished. Feds see your riches, intimidate your bitches. If this business is vicious, my nigga protect your interest. Or watch an empire fall from a quote from a witness. Mandatory minimums like faces crowd in prisons. They hit them with the maximum. Now watch them find religion. False image of a out and pray to your Lord and Master. Admission to the life after, remember to pay the pastor. Creflo, dollar, private jets, photo rapture. Collecting ties, telling lies when they say that black lives matter, y'all. Deep, dark skin, even blacker from within. Keep pushing to the end until we get that win. They say they ain't with him, but I'm up here with them. I had to cut them off so I could breathe again. Get back to living the next chapter in my life. The decision making man, don't take my chances with Christ, yo. I'm tempted by the flesh, women, money in the ice, man. I know I'm living wrong, so every day I'm trying to get right. Get right. Get right. I know I'm living wrong, so every day I'm trying to get right. Get right. Get right. I know I'm living.
What up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the PDXDOPE Live Podcast, Friday night edition. Welcome. I hope everybody's had a great weekend, a great week going into the weekend. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the panel introduced here. I got my man Jermaine Mason in the building. What's up with you, brother?
What's going on with it?
Man, shit, just chilling, man. Ready to get this shit popping, man. Talk about some of these stories.
Yes, so let's get it cooking.
All right, for sure. I got next up. I got my man Renal Tage in the building. What's up with you, my man?
Hey, happy TJF, everybody.
Yes, sir. Yes, indeed. Next up, I got my man Scooty in the building. What's up with you, brother?
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
Man, shit, chilling. And next up on this set is my man Elijah Jackson. What's happening with you, brother?
What's going on?
Man, you know, you got it. All right, and last but not least, we got Petty LaBelle in the building. What's cracking?
What's up?
Ain't nothing, just getting this shit started. All right. So what up, y'all?
Man, shit.
We live. Shit. What's happening?
Work, long day.
Yeah.
Long day, yeah, pushing through it, shit, finna get ready for this good old weekend.
What'd you say?
I ain't got much going on, but shit, I ain't gonna work tomorrow, so it's cool with me.
Day off, so I was happy about that. Took a long drive down to Salem, pick up my cousin, getting ready for a celebration of life of my auntie. She passed away in early December 7th. And during the holidays, we didn't do the funeral thing, so we're going to be doing more of a celebration of life, but we're going to celebrate her tomorrow afternoon. So it'll be good to get with family and see everybody and have a good time just sharing stories and remembering our beloved Sheena. So yeah, man, got some interesting topics for us today. I think I sent some stuff off for y'all to look at, man. We can cook on whatever we need to cook on, though. We don't never have to necessarily stay on task, as rarely do we. But we can go and get started. Let me go ahead and play the first video I got up. Share screen. Let me know if you guys can hear this, because I know last time I tried it this way, it was doing some funny shit, so we're going to see. All right. Shut up.
Request for a new trial just hours before the former police officer is scheduled to be sentenced for killing George Floyd. Chauvin's attorneys are asking for... A judge this morning denied Derek Chauvin's request for a new trial just hours... A judge this morning denied Derek Chauvin's request for a new trial just hours before the former police officer is scheduled to be sentenced for killing George Floyd. Chauvin's attorneys are asking for probation instead of jail time, citing a lack of criminal history and that he could be at risk behind bars. State guidelines recommend 10 to 15 years, but prosecutors are calling for a 30-year sentence. Floyd's family agrees.
And I don't think there is any amount of time that would be justifiable in our minds. I think, the messaging should be all the evidence points to the fact and he's been convicted, and now we just need the 30-year sentence.
Meanwhile, the push continues to pass the George Floyd Justice in Policing Act. Chauvin's sentencing starts at 1:30 this afternoon. You can watch it live right here on KHOU 11 or online at khou.com or the KHOU 11 app.
Closing arguments have wrapped up in the trial for former...
So what y'all think? Ivory?
I think that probation, obviously his attorneys, got to do their job, but come on, man. Do your time, get a shank, and pray for the best.
All right, what about you, Ronaldo?
I'm kind of perplexed as why they're asking just for only probation for the, for what he done and his fellow officer. So that's not flying with me. He needs, like you said, do his time, get the 30 or whatever they about to propose for him, and then All
right,
like you said, get a shank. Protect yourself. He gonna be in protective custody anyway.
Right. Jermaine, what's up with you? What you think?
Man, he got sentenced to his time. Do it. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and do it.
How much time do you think he should get?
As much as they give him. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. Everybody got to go through that. You know what I'm saying? He ain't no different than nobody else. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, whether they feel like his life is in danger, it's a whole bunch of people that go to jail, their life is in danger. What that mean? You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't have did what you did. So, hey, they say 22, 25, 30, go ahead and handle that. And if you can't handle it, go ahead and twist yourself.
Do what you gotta do what you can.
Man, do what you can.
Yeah, you ain't gotta do it all. Just do what you can.
Do what you can.
If you can't take it, if you can't take it, man, just hang it up.
Just hang it up. So
what's up with you?
Shit, I didn't get a get out of jail free card, so fuck him. And the bitch that had him. You deserve everything you fucking get. No probation, do not pass go, do not collect 200, no, out of there. You know what I'm saying? That man ain't getting his life back, no matter how much of a bum everybody wants to say he was. You still killed this man. You need to go. Do your thing. Shake your leg.
All right, last but not least, Elijah, what you think?
Fuck him. I'm with what Jermaine said. Ain't no preferential treatment. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody, you don't get the, that's just like a gang member, go do a crime. You don't get to say, oh, them niggas is in there and they want me, so don't put me, ain't none of that. You know what I'm saying? I want to handle that. So,
nah, I agree. I agree with everybody in the panel. I don't think we're going to stick too long on this topic. I think that we all seen what happened. You know, and it's, you know, it's high time that, you know, police officers are held accountable when they, you know, in situations like this, so that we can start trying to curb and get rid of some of these type of police officers off the streets. He's going to be a shining example for police officers that cross the line, you know, and we're seeing more and more of this shit creep up, you know, starting to see more cops getting prosecuted and getting sentenced to prison time now, you know, because of this, you know, and unfortunately somebody's life was lost. But at the same time, the good thing is that, you know, now it's more scrutinized when that shit happens, you know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. All right, moving right along. In the comment section, I want to say what's up to Ebony, Pam, Claire's in the building, TGIF and all that good stuff. All right. Oh yeah, and you got some birthday love, Don.
No, thank you.
I know Jermaine's birthday coming up too, about a week after
the
that,
26th.
Right? Yeah.
Everybody coming up.
That's right. Is that Capricorn season?
Aquarius.
Okay, water.
Aquarius, yeah.
Water bear.
January and February is fake months anyway. They ain't supposed to say that how it goes.
Look,
the New Year in March. No, I was saying the no. I mean, I'm just fucking with you, but I did see this dude. He was talking about how that was added in. You know what I mean? January, February, because March is really the new year, the new spring with new life. But anyway, and then January, you know, October is 8, so that's really the 8th month. You know, words that, you know. Anyway, I don't want to be over here like that, you know. But y'all got y'all's birthday months is not real. It's January. Anyway, man. Moving right along, man. So Ivory be fucking with bears and he don't take bear spray when he go out hunting and shit, right? Oh. And I be telling this nigga he needs to take bear spray, but he don't want to never listen to me, though. And so, you know, I have this fascination with bears. Yeah, a big snack, nigga. Hey, fuck your ass up. The bears don't play. But
they don't like dark meat.
Shit.
I don't want to find out.
Look. A bear will eat anything, nigga. Any fucking thing. But yeah, this lady and her son got attacked by a bear in Alaska just a couple days ago. I was kind of tripping off.
Did they catch it on film?
Oh, okay.
No, and if they did, they wouldn't show you shit.
That would have been hard.
You'd have to go to the dark web to watch some shit like that. Straight up.
How?
Investigations underway this morning into a deadly polar bear attack in western Alaska. It happened in the small, remote community of Wade.
Oh shit! Someone's internet's
Officials say
tripping.
the bear entered the town and started chasing residents before attacking and killing a woman and a boy. The animal was shot and killed by another resident. Polar bear attacks are rare in Alaska, but officials say receding sea ice has made human encounters more common.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't miss the Today Show every.
And that nigga's wasting away. So, Jesus Christ, what happened to him? Jesus. Anyway, so Ivory, since you the Grizzly Adams type, why don't you take bear spray when you go out and fuck with? I mean, when you be out there, man.
To be honest with you, man, I just rely on my gun. You know, to be honest with you.
You need
and that
both.
bear gonna eat that gun.
You need both, bro. You need
Yeah,
both.
it's possible. Yeah, but so here's the other thing, bro. If you spray that shit and the wind ain't blowing in the right direction, you're gonna be a blind motherfucker. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, the bear gonna eat your ass up and you
Goddamn
really
right. And not all bear are affected by the spray. Just like the pepper spray, not all people that they spray with that shit respond the same. So what you gonna do when the motherfuckers start licking the shit, right?
Listen, I'll be in trouble if that's the case. But I see in most cases, though, people that bear spray do work. I would say like that.
No, I hear you, but to be honest with you, I just don't. I have it, but I don't. If I went to somewhere like Alaska or somewhere where there's gonna be some motherfucking grizzlies and shit like that, 1,200 pound, yeah, I'm gonna take that shit and hope for the best.
Nigga, I hope to God that I'd ever see no shit like that in real life. Never that.
I'm not fucking with no bear.
So did you hear about these cats over in Michigan? So I had put the story up, and these dudes over in Michigan, they killed the security guard because the security guard was telling niggas that they needed a mask. And
yeah, them niggas was crazy.
Yeah, so they went and they shot and killed the dude, you know, because he told me I had to put the mask on. I didn't get that. Why they act like that about the mask, but let me go ahead and share that.
That's happened a few times actually. I've heard.
Oh yeah,
yeah, motherfuckers.
What, murder or just
Yeah, I've heard that murder. Yeah, or you know what I'm saying, close to. A motherfucker asking about a mask. Absolutely.
Right.
And good evening, welcome to Michigan Outside. I'm Dave Bondi. 3 people.
Oh my God, what's going on here? Struggle streaming, ho. Get your ass over here. Okay, here we go. Pussy bitch.
People are going to prison for the rest of their lives for the shooting death of a...
Okay.
Oh, that's real bootleg.
Oh yeah, this is definitely struggle streaming today, ladies and gentlemen.
This clip story, how it happened.
Yeah, anyway, let me pull the clip. I'm gonna go to the clip. Nigga, god damn. What the fuck is happening today? It ain't one thing, it's another. So let me get to these niggas with the mask order. Okay, I can pull up the fucking story and look at the goddamn story and read it. For whatever reason, the internet wants to be on some bullshit today. Fuck out of here. Everything else is working right. Anyway, they 3 of this. So it's 3 people get life in slaying of a Michigan guard over a face mask order. A married couple and their son convicted of first-degree premeditated murder in the fatal shooting of a security guard who demanded the woman's daughter wear a mask while shopping were sentenced today to life in prison without parole. Larry Teague, wife Charmel Teague, and Charmel Teague's son, Ramonier Bishop, were sentenced to, sentenced by, Ramonier. I mean, I don't know what these niggas be thinking. Were sentenced by Geezer
that's
Circuit
Ramon,
Court.
nigga. He ain't French.
Well, nigga, that's not French. I don't know, it's Boombaye or something. Anyway, the circuit court judge Brian Pickle in the shooting death of Calvin Merlin on May 1st, 2020. The 3 were convicted of first-degree premeditated murder, a crime that carries a mandatory punishment of life in prison without parole, following a trial that spanned several weeks, the Flint Journal reported. Maryland, 43, was shot at the store just north of downtown Flint shortly after telling Charmel Teague's daughter she had to leave because she lacked a mask. Geese County prosecutor David Lynn said 2 men later came to the store and shot the security guard to death, investigators said. Bishop's sister, Bria Bishop, was charged with tampering with evidence, lying to the police, and being an accessory to a felony. She was sentenced in November to time served and probation. So put your mask on. They come back and shoot the man. Where they do that at? Flint, Michigan. Unbelievable. Jermaine, what are your thoughts on
water?
Oh yeah, it's
in
terrible
the water.
I was reading the story a little bit, and I guess the lady and her daughter went back home and told her son and her husband or boyfriend or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And they came back with the heat to have a little chat, and I guess things got heated, and I guess both of them felt they were disrespecting not only their mother but his wife, and then which is not necessary, and they popped the dude, which is ridiculous.
So all 3 of them got Life.
Which they should.
Without parole.
I don't know about life, but they
You
should
think so?
got something. I don't think they should have got life. Well,
I mean, if
you can be honest.
I mean, if you willing,
to
pop somebody over somebody telling you to put on the mask, now I can understand like it's an inconvenience. You can be like, man, this motherfucker's acting like a motherfucking sucker. You know what I mean? Like normally a person will do that and just leave.
Listen,
but you done came back to shoot somebody. You was gonna shoot somebody anyway.
And it was at the dollar store. If I read it right.
Hey man,
Ramone.
I was thinking Ramone.
Yeah, Ramone, whatever, nigga.
That's Ramon, man. With a hype.
So Jax, you think that the 30, I mean, life with no parole is suffice for 3 of them? I mean, it was 2 shooters, but it said 3 of them were convicted, or did they mean the one was for the tampering or whatever?
I think that one was the tampering. That's how they got the
okay, because it's the way
the time served or something.
Yeah, so I think because the way they made it seem, it's like all 3 of them. But anyway, I'm just talking about the guys that got life, that did the shooting. Because only one, unless they both shot him, and I didn't get any specifics on that. But life without parole.
You know me in jail time. You know how, I ain't an advocate, but at the same time, I mean, you did what you did. So I mean, hey, if that's what they give you, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you definitely was on some different shit to go all the way home. You know what I'm saying? You had time to decompress and some more shit. You know what I'm saying?
Because usually when you get home, it's like, oh, fuck it,
Right. So for you to double all the way back and going with a motherfucker, like, yeah, you definitely a different kind of individual. And like Jermaine said, if it wasn't that person, the sort, they was gonna kill somebody. So, hey.
The dude at the burger stand, the dude that messed up his order, like it was gonna be somebody, man. Like he was just waiting on somebody to fuck with him, really, and it just so happened to be that person, and
right.
Got their life too.
Now, what do you think? Is that too much time, or they should have got like 20 years, 25, or at least with the possibility of parole?
I mean,
it was premeditated, is what they're saying.
Well, if it's premeditated and you thought about it, well, that's aggravated murder. So, fuck, what do you want? What do you want from me? Because if it was me, I would get life. They wouldn't be giving me no possibilities of parole or anything like that. Yeah, I always get the short end of the stick if it comes to that type of shit, and so would you. So, yeah, I think that it's only fair that they get life like everybody else does.
Yeah, I think the law there, what they were saying is that that's a mandatory sentence when you premeditate. So, I mean, it's like Jax was saying, you decompress, you get home after the bitch come back telling you, oh, daddy, he told me to put my mask on. Now, they didn't say how he told her to put her mask on. He probably told her, little ratchet ass bitch, put your mask on. You know what I'm saying? Or something. And she, it went back and told him. It was probably a little more something like closer to that. Probably not. I don't know. But it just seems like for them to escalate that situation, to that level of violence over the mask, when it all started from a mask. That's just ridiculous to me. That's ridiculous to me. But yeah, so me personally, I think that 30, the law says different, but I say 30 years with the possibility of parole after serving the 30. And that doesn't mean you're gonna necessarily get out because of parole board, the family, and all that kind of stuff.
Wait a minute. Hold on, wait a minute. You don't, hell no. You don't get off that easy. You the same motherfucker. You King Fryer motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? That's you advocate for fuck time. You want to cook and fry motherfuckers. Now these motherfuckers get, how that work, sir?
I mean, 30 years. I don't mean,
So why don't
I'm being generous today. I'm being generous.
So why don't they get fried?
I don't know. I said I'm being generous today. I don't know.
Okay.
I think that I would like to know some more particulars because for it to escalate like there was something else. I don't think that, you should ever kill anybody, but something happened.
Hey, man, like you said, it was some words. It was some words going back and forth. He said,
that
"Put on the
security
mask."
guard was with the
and,
shit,
and,
probably.
and they was probably like, "Fuck you, I ain't got to put on no motherfucking mask." And was walking around the store anyway. And he was just like, "I'm gonna call the police on your ass. I already done told you to get out the store. You got to put on the mask." And words probably got exchanged or whatever. You know, they done probably called him a punk ass nigga or whatever, and he was probably calling her a punk ass bitch. And then went home and told her daddy, and then the daddy was like, "Oh, he done called you what?" And then went up there to talk to him or whatever, and he was like, "Man, I told them the man to put on whatever," and went back and forth, and they shot him. I mean, that's probably what happened. But at the end of the day, just wear the mask or just get out of there, call him a name, and leave. That's what most people gonna do. Cuss him out and leave.
Right. All right.
Look at the precedents that you set if you don't set the bar high, you know, for something like that.
Yeah,
other people be
you're right,
like,
Jackson. I'm gonna fry him. Fuck it. No parole.
But on the flip side,
you just fucked it off for him. Yeah, no parole.
Man, this could have been an old. I mean, most of the dollar store people, man, be old or slow. You know what I mean? Like, you know, be in their 50s, 60s, 70 years old, man, doing some little security, man. They ain't trying to touch nobody, or they really greeters more than anything else.
Right.
And you done came back and took this man's life.
Right. And she said, Claire,
they just doing their job.
Meek, when you consider they left and came back.
I don't fault the daddy for pulling up. Because if my daughter called me and say something, I'm pulling up and I'm gonna investigate. But I mean, yeah.
Man, he getting paid. He probably get paid. He in Flint, Michigan. He probably getting paid $10 an hour.
If that.
You know what I mean? Like, bro.
Yeah, if that, like he said.
Probably paying him in bottled water, nigga. Shit.
Oh my God.
He ain't bullshit, man. Some of these wages be crazy. Some of these places.
Man, listen.
I was looking up
go ahead.
In like South Carolina for like the same work that Don do, you know what I'm saying? You get $15 an hour, you loving it. Like
what? Yeah. Wait, run that back?
You heard what I
said? She said, wait, run
what?
15.
Who makes $15 an hour?
Go to South Carolina, go to like Columbia.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait a minute. Hold the fuck, stop the motherfucking press.
Like, nigga, I'll be at home right now.
Clearly would be at home, chilling.
Yeah, the motherfucker, but the cost of living down there is cheap though too. You know what I mean? So it kind of goes.
But see, hold on, but that's my thing. See, I hate when people because people be like, "Oh, I'm gonna move to Texas. I'm gonna move to this place. It's cheaper." Yeah, motherfucker, but you finna make significantly less money. So you're gonna be the same broke if you
that's
making
not in
more
all
money
cases,
here and you're
though.
paying higher rent, but you make less money, you pay less rent. You're the same fucking broke.
Unless you transfer your job to that place and you keep your same salary.
Yeah, other than that, what are we talking about? Like people act like that's the magic solution. And I'm like, that shit doesn't make any sense to me.
But some skills are transferred. It just depends though, bro, too, though. You know, I mean.
No, I get when your wages are transferring. I understand that totally. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying, barring that, you know what I'm saying? People just be like, I'm finna move here because of, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, well, is your job, that's my first question. Is your job going with you? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing? Because if not,
shit. I mean,
if your wage ain't transferring, partner, it can be rough. I didn't.
Listen, if you working in them, like in Texas, for instance, at them.
I thought you was throwing shots.
Refineries
all over your head.
You know, say again.
No, I thought that Elijah was throwing shots. I was getting ready to jump all on his head. Oh, it was about to be
making $15 an hour talking shit. Hold on, let's see what Claire got. Claire says, not if you work in a different state. I know that if you working at one of the refineries out in Texas, they make pretty good money. It ain't no 15s or nothing. Nigga.
Oh, no, there's certain places that got good jobs. I'm just
right,
saying.
So I'm saying, like, if I ever moved, like, out of here to move to, I'll go straight to one of them and I'll start working and doing that shit, making what I make right now. And be living it up, bro. Shit, it just might get like that, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. Get to a slow pace and get out the city, man, away from this fucking madness, bro.
I mean, it's one thing, man. You can always come back. It ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, it ain't going nowhere. It's going to hell. I mean, but it's still
Right.
be here. Shit, though. I mean, I don't know. I be having thoughts of that though. Moving down to that area somewhere in Texas, because they can go get him a nice, establish a nice piece of property down there, man, for the low, and a nigga gonna die one day, so always gonna be in debt. So give me something real fly and pay on that motherfucker until no shit. No, I mean, I'm gonna grind it out though, but I'll be thinking about that a lot though, just because of what we're talking about, cost of living and shit like that, but I'm going under the guise, Jax, of what I'm doing up here. If I do ever make a move like that, it's gonna be this or better. Trust me when I tell you.
It's gonna be the motherfucking way.
I'm gonna be going in.
I done seen so many motherfuckers run to South Carolinas and your Atlantas and your Texases and man, and it be a whole yes, you know what I'm saying? And not even little rural parts where, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, motherfucker, you in the middle of big ass Texas where the next McDonald's is an hour away, stupid. Yeah, of course
you'll go to Whataburger, man. They do Whataburger, man.
So, you know what I'm saying? But but see, me, shit, my kids is here, so I'm here. But other than that, you know what I'm saying? I damn sure wouldn't get mad at get you a remote working job out of state that has good wages. And live it. Yeah, but we was talking about a couple of weeks ago with the whole stealing time. A lot of these jobs now, Clear, they want you to be wherever you're supposed to be at. So if the job's in Oregon or whatever, they want you to be there. They've actually been suing people for stealing time for leaving the state, not saying nothing.
Well, I know that I had a job offer on the table. It was out of Tacoma, Washington.
Yeah, so some jobs do it, but I'm just saying that's what you gotta make sure of.
They pay more.
It was 100% remote. I wouldn't have had to, leave or anything. Make around about the same amount of money that I'm making now, but probably a little bit more. But it would allow me to work anywhere in the country remote. And that's one of those things, It says, you're right about that, Jax, but I got to shout out to my union because we fought that with our contract.
Yeah, that's the way. If I could find a remote gig, that's man, because I like to travel, I like to move.
Yeah,
right. Oh, see, Clara says her employees, they can live anywhere in the 50 states and work remote. Yeah, so I mean, it's pretty much that. It's easy, bro. I don't see none of my staff, bro. Half of my staff works at home, and then the only reason why I have a business clerk, and then the only reason why my insurance team can't, because of this wonky ass refund process that we had that requires paperwork and matching when you send payments back to payers. That they require certain information, so that requires paperwork or whatever. I mean, we've already fixed the process to where we could actually do it, but we're having some kind of roadblocks from. Anyway, that's a whole different story. I don't want to get into that. But pretty soon I'll be having them working from home too. So it'll just be my business clerk in office and any of my new hires until they decide that they want to go remote. Yeah. And I actually had an employee who lived 2 hours away that worked for me. It was a part of my insurance team. We made a concession for her. Yeah. So, I mean, it's just the way to go at this point. It's cheaper. You don't got those leases and stuff on, the companies don't have to pay those leases. They even talking about, getting rid of some of those offices that we already got, you know what I mean? Because we don't need them anymore because we're moving to that wave, of working remote. And I got people on my team like they ain't ever coming back. If I told them they had to come back, they couldn't.
Oh God! If I didn't work in the field that I was working in, I wouldn't, I wouldn't do no job period if it wouldn't be remote. I'm cool.
Right. Yeah, they told it. I was doing my year-end reviews with my staff yesterday, and that was talking to them all about all kinds of stuff and just going over the year. And most of my remote people is just like, I just love it. Da 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 da. If I had to come back to the office, I would quit the same day. Like it go, because right now we got to try to be competitive with other other businesses, other healthcare providers, especially in the bill industry, because they're offering right away sign-on bonuses for $1,000. Right away, you're working remote. You know what I'm saying? All your training is done virtually, and those type of things. And we're sitting over here on some punitive bullshit. Oh, you have to be at standard, and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? A motherfucker can't do the job in the office, ain't gonna be able to do it at home. Send that motherfucking ass home. You know what they do. Then you can walk them out the door if they ain't up to snuff. All this other shit that we doing is so we've lost a lot of people because of this mentality.
I don't even understand. I don't even get the whole thing of, if I am remote, why does it matter where I'm at if I'm doing my work? Like if I'm in Tahiti, like what does it fucking matter?
It really doesn't matter. At the end of the day, like what Clara said with her company, and I think that a lot of companies are like, even the company that I was talking to, that was offering me this analyst position, they told me the same thing.
But like she said, she had to fight for that with the union in her contract. Like a lot of these jobs, they be tripping, bro, about that bullshit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just think that jobs, like I said, taxes is the issue. Different states, taxes, remote, because we deal with that. I have a couple of people that work over in Oregon too, and it's a little bit different with how I have to deal with them versus Washington residents or whatever. Yeah, but anyway, we got to be competitive. So but they starting to listen to a nigga now. I bet that for real. But listen to me now, or the next thing you know, it won't be nobody up in that motherfucker. So do y'all remember the story about the brother that got that military guy who got sprayed in the face with mace? Army lieutenant pepper sprayed by a Virginia police officer when he was just getting stopped, and then they sprayed him with mace in his face. We covered the story sometime last year, actually. And so yeah, he was he took him to court, and he was suing him for $1 million in compensation and damages. He was awarded $3,600. $3,600. So this is a U.S. Army officer who was pepper sprayed, pushed to the ground, and handcuffed by Windsor, Virginia police officers during the 2020 traffic stop. Was awarded around $3,600 Tuesday in a lawsuit that was seeking $1 million in compensatory damages. Second Lieutenant Karan Nazario, who is a Black and Latino, filed a suit in 2021 claiming that the two police officers violated his rights guaranteed under the First and Fourth Amendment during the traffic stop. On Tuesday, Nazario was awarded $2,685 in compensation for damages after a jury determined former Windsor police officer Joe Gutierrez assaulted the Army officer. The jury also determined that the officer Daniel Crocker must pay $1,000 in punitive damages for an illegal search of his vehicle, court documents show. The jury, however, largely sided with the officers, finding Nazario didn't prove other allegations in the suit, such as false imprisonment. We don't think these are appealable issues in this case, and we will take it up with the appropriate forum. Nazario's lawyers, Jonathan Arthur, told CNN outside the courthouse on Tuesday. Nazario's attorney filed a motion for a new trial on Friday, according to the court documents obtained by CNN. The motion calls for a new trial on all claims except for the liability of assault against Gutierrez and the liability of search against Crocker, the other officer involved in the 2020 incident. 3,600. Drop it.
He need to fire his attorney, bro.
Man, he gave up a paycheck, basically. It was a paycheck he had to pay out, and that was it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what happens, man, when you try to go for the gold. You know what I'm saying? Like we was talking about that lady, man, in that 42
winning
million.
that money. Yeah, y'all
Yeah,
niggas
that
was
42
saying
million,
y'all wasn't
man.
gonna
Take
go.
that,
Y'all was
take
going all
that.
the way.
You better take that 40,000-50,000, man. You know, you try to go for the gold, they like, we ain't going for that.
3,600. They say 3,600. Yeah, Claire, because it ain't the court's fault. The jury is the one that said it, that he couldn't prove that the police falsely imprisoned him, and that's why really where a lot of the case was. And it's like, take
but his attorney is supposed to have all that information, though. You know what I'm saying? Your attorney's supposed to sit down and be like, "Hey, Ray, this is what we got going on." Because they said the same shit to me. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. 3,600.
Was it the shit on tape?
Yeah. It was on video.
So that's the whole thing. I think with the
Body
lawyers saw dollar signs because we living in the viral age. We in the outrage time with the whole George Floyd shit and all that. He's, you know what I'm saying? He's in the BIPOC community. So you tie, and he's a what was he? You said he was what?
What's that? What you
What
mean?
was the dude that got special rate? What was he? Was he some type of law enforcement?
He's a lieutenant. A lieutenant. He was a military. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you tie all those things together. A lawyer, like, I got a slam dunk. You know what I'm saying? So that's
A
what
good
that was.
one.
A good lawyer, exactly. His lawyer sucks. But that's what that was.
That money don't even cover the lawyer cost.
No, not at all.
I think
That's not even. That's a half.
That's not even a retainer fee.
Right.
That's not even a retainer fee.
I don't know how that shake out.
I don't know either. Check it out.
Oh yeah, I do remember this.
Army.
Yeah.
Keep your hands outside the window. My hands are right here. What's going on? Get out of the car now. He was stopped for not having a rear license plate on his new SUV. You can see he had a temporary plate in the window.
I'm honestly afraid to get out. Can I?
Yeah, dude, you should be. Get out.
He is told repeatedly to get out of the SUV.
Get out of the car. Get out of the car now. Get out.
Second Lieutenant Karen Nazario can't believe what's happening.
I'm actively serving this country, and this is how you're going to treat me?
Police will tell you even routine traffic stops keep them on edge because they can sometimes be so unpredictable. You never know what will happen. What happened next was shocking. Suddenly, the lieutenant is pepper sprayed. He gets out, wincing in pain, and is forced to the ground.
Why am I being treated like this?
Why? You're not cooperating. Get on the ground.
The police officer said it was considered a high-risk stop because he thought the SUV driver was eluding police. The Army officer says he was just driving to a well-lit area.
He did absolutely nothing wrong.
Tom Roberts is the Army lieutenant's lawyer.
Lieutenant Nazario obeyed one command.
Look at him.
Keep your hands outside of the window. He tried to de-escalate. He tried to find out what was going on.
Now the officer who fired off the pepper spray has been fired. We asked
Good.
retired LAPD Sergeant Cheryl Dorsey to analyze the video.
It just makes sense, man, woman, or child, to put yourself in a well-lit area so that officers can see you, you can see the officers.
A debate is now raging about whether the Army lieutenant should have behaved differently.
I encourage you not to ask any questions of a police officer given the times that we live in. You'll find out why you were stopped, hopefully at some point during that detention, but just listen to the officer's directives and obey them as best you can.
I'm sure a lot of people looked at that and they say, hey, look, if you just gotten out, you wouldn't have gotten in any trouble. But you have a lot of people like me, I understand 100% why he was afraid, even as an active serving military person in uniform.
I don't. I'm sorry, y'all. I can't. I don't fuck with them. Anyway, yeah, man. Jermaine.
Yes, sir.
What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, honestly, when it comes to that, they shouldn't have handled him in that manner. You know, especially I just feel like, man, he got his military gear on, and I just feel like, man, when you serve in the country, especially you willing to put your life on the line for other people, man, that you know, they deserve, you know, the utmost respect. You know what I mean? And the way they just came at him, like with the guns all up on him, like, I mean, that was, I mean for that, they was super aggressive. That I mean, they ain't got to do all that. I believe that was wrong, and apparently, the precinct thought that something was wrong because that officer got fired.
Clearly.
So there was something going on there. Like you said, he got a piece of shit lawyer. He need to get a new lawyer and redo that case all over again. But
because 3600 wasn't it?
Yeah, not and you just don't do nobody like that. Period. Right. But especially, someone that is serving in the armed forces, you don't do nobody like that.
Right. I mean, but because he didn't have a goddamn plate. You know what I'm saying? Like, seriously?
Yeah, that's
like,
not.
And Pam says, imagine what would have happened had he been if he didn't drive into a well-lit area. What would
he'd be dead as a doorknob right now.
Yeah, they probably would have killed him.
Right.
Probably would have killed him. And that guy was so fucking high strung, the cop. Just watching that again, raged. I was fucking raging over here, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that ain't the move.
Man, I don't like that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hate motherfuckers like that, man. Like, a motherfucker like that, I would just want to, a motherfucker get shot, bro, and get killed, nigga. Like, I should probably say that, but I really feel like that, though, when I see motherfuckers abuse power like that, because people are raised and indoctrinated to fucking, or theoretically to pay attention to law enforcement and to trust law enforcement is going, at least be fair. And then you got cocksuckers like this like, his dick was hard, nigga, when he came out, nigga. Right. Like, are you fucking kidding me, bro? Like, get out of the car. Like, you would have said, and they're following him for a goddamn missing plate. So it's not like this guy is wanted it for a shooting. He come from a shooting or something, you know what I'm saying? Or it's a gang member or anything like that.
Right.
I would at least understand his heightened intensity, but that wasn't the fucking case. This is something simple, bro. This is a traffic violation.
Yeah, he deserved to go to jail. I'm glad he lost his job.
Technically, it wasn't a violation because he did have a trip limit in the window.
No, I did, but I'm just saying that the cops, they probably didn't catch it or see it or whatever. But I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? Trying to be on some other shit.
Yeah, no, absolutely, it was on some other shit. That shit pisses me off when I look at that video. Just like, and then it even enrages me more to know that he only got $3,600, bro.
Yeah, the attorney only got like $1,400.
I can relate to the fear of not getting out the car. You remember that shit happened to me coming from your house, right? Like, I did not get out that motherfucking car. Like, they blocked off Vancouver and Albina by PCC, blocked me in all the way around, surrounding me for nothing. I just left this nigga house. Literally, you know what I'm saying? They talking about some old bullshit. They had a description of somebody. I didn't match the description. My car didn't match the description. And they was like, I'm not getting out this motherfucking car. And all y'all got these guns hollering, man. Y'all get me out this car. I'm not reaching and grabbing no seatbelt. I'm not doing nothing.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? Here go my hands. You got that, but I'm not reaching and grabbing. Hell no. So I've been there.
Huh?
Did you say something to me?
No, I said that. Yeah, but for real though, man, that Clara says, but at least by the time they came up on the car, they would have seen the temporary thing. But what it was that cop was irritated with the dude because when they initially pulled him over, he didn't pull over in a dark area. He pulled into a place where there was light, and he was amped and pissed off because of that. That's remember when he said to him, because you're not following directions, or some shit he said to him about not following directions or whatever it was.
When he told him he was scared to get out, he told him he should be.
Oh, he did say that.
Fuck you, half-dead motherfucker.
He said, I'm scared to get out this car. He said, you should be.
Yeah, he said that. He sure did.
He was mad at his wife or something, man. His wife did something, cheated on him or something, man. And he done went to work with a gun.
Nigga didn't get no pussy last night or something. Nigga was like, yeah, man, he ain't got no wife, man. He's an asshole, bro. Nobody fucking marry that dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, want to be Rambo ass motherfucking mall cop. He was
mad because dude didn't obey him when they first saw the lights. When they feel the fight, bro, they take it to a whole another level.
But here's the thing, bro. Okay, I could see if the officer was by himself and they in a dark area and it's just him. Man, wasn't there like 4 officers there with guns and shit, bro? Like, come on, man. I mean, seriously.
They look stupid. They look fucking absolutely ridiculous in that situation, man.
And dude looked calm as hell. He wasn't cussing. He wasn't acting, irate or none of that, so.
No, he wasn't doing none of that shit. So
how do we know
that? Go ahead, Renaud.
Well, how do we know the area that he was initially, the blueberries came on, that it wasn't that dark? Maybe he just wanted to be in an area where there was a gas station, people and other people around the witness, just in case anything else happens.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, that's exactly what he was doing. That's what he said.
Oh,
he was definitely trying to do that, to be in light so that we could all see what they did to him. But see, here's another thing, and this is the thing, like Claire had mentioned earlier in the comments, that it's just sue the courts. You can't sue the courts, ain't the court's fucking fault. It's those people who are the jury is the problem, and that part of it is what's scary, is that these are citizens and they watch this happen to this man. If it happened to them, they would be, wanting to sue this motherfucker too. And $3,600, I mean, false imprisonment, meaning they fucking detained him for fucking nothing, for some explainable shit. And like Clara said, he had a fucking temp on there. He bought a new vehicle. Most of us who've bought and, purchased new vehicles know that there's no plates on it when you first get the motherfucker unless it's a used car. And so I don't know, bro. It's just that's fucking ridiculous how that shit played out. And they just played in close, man. And it's the jury. It's the jury. It's these people, the people of your peers and shit who look at this shit and it's like, oh, that ain't nothing. $3,600 to get sprayed in the face. You know what I'm saying? And illegally searched or whatever the case is. That's so basically you telling me as an American citizen, I mean, my rights don't really mean shit. And cops can get away with it. They can piss on their motherfucking rights no matter how it is. And even if you go to court, we're going to give you subpoena still, nigga. And
then go fight for the country after that.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not feeling that at all. I'm not feeling none of that.
Think about it though. Like you I mean, it's like you go to, I mean, they fuck with you on, I mean, it's like, I wouldn't even want to be in the military no more after no shit like that. It's like the people that are around me, you guys actually think this shit's okay? And that the police, this is canary in a coal cell. They see it happen to niggas, or at least they project this, in the media, the black people. This is the canary in the coal mine effect. It's like, yeah, you see them doing it to black people and you see us up in arms and all that type of shit. But the same shit that they do to us, they're going to be doing to your motherfucking ass. It's going to come tenfold because that's just how it works. You know what I'm saying? They're just getting you ready for it. They're going to be smashing your head on the goddamn concrete and stomping your ass out and putting a knee in your motherfucking neck too. You ain't no motherfucking different. You'll understand when it happened to somebody in your family. You know what I'm saying? Because there are families of other ethnicities, in particular white people, that deal with that type of shit too.
I mean, all day long. I mean, I looked at the statistics of cop killings when it comes to whites and blacks of last year, and I think whites was at 376 cop killings of white people, and it was 220 from black people, and there was 144 for Hispanics. And then others was like, I think it was like 50, 60.
Oh, so it's like neck and neck.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's pretty when it comes to because you got to think of the population and things like
right,
that.
The numbers. Yeah.
It's pretty much neck and neck when it comes to. And this was, and I looked at the census when you had sent that clip out. I had looked from 2017 to 22, and it was pretty much the same all the way down the board. So when you look at it, it's like, okay, well, I mean, 200, 300 killings, 500 probably in all a year.
So you seen the article that I put up that cops, 64 cops were killed in 2021, I want to say. 2021. So it says a report from the National Law Enforcement Officers Memorial Fund found that 64 officers were shot and killed in the line of duty in the year 2022, According to the Prophet's report, the number of deaths is on a disturbing trend as it represents the increase in an average number of officer deaths in recent history. The report broke down several key findings, including the recent rise of firearms-related deaths of police officers throughout the last 12 years. According to the data, an average of 53 officers were fatally shot each year from 2010 through 2020, meaning the 64 fatal shootings of officers last year is an increase of 21%. The executive director of the National Law Enforcement Officers Memorial in Washington, Bill Alexander, shared with the Associated Press that concerns have risen in relation to the numbers. We really do have some concerns about these numbers specific to firearms fatalities, Alexander said. So you see what they're doing right here with this, Ivory? They're pointing out firearms, the firearms angle of it, you know what I mean?
Right.
Because this is going to speak to them infringing on that, because that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to take away your Second Amendment rights to be able to hold firearms. Keep that in mind. And remember, I told you today on this show, that's what's happening right now. The report found that several different scenarios in which officers were shot and killed last year. Of those killed, the report found that 11 officers were ambushed, 10 were attempting to make an arrest, 9 were handling domestic disputes, 8 were investigating suspicious circumstances, 6 were making traffic stops. We just talked about traffic stops. 5 were handling disturbance calls. 4 were shot mistakenly by fellow officers. 3 were shot responding to robbery calls and serving civil papers. 2 were shot handling an inmate, and 2 remaining deaths were not clearly defined. The states listed the reports for having the most officer-related shootings included California, which saw 5, and Kentucky, Mississippi, Missouri, Texas, all of which saw 4. Even though the number of gunfire deaths is on the rise, the report found that the overall number of officer deaths fell by 61% year over year. In total, 226 federal, state, tribal, and local law enforcement officers died in the line of duty last year, according to the report. So it looks like that's a dangerous job. How do y'all feel about that? You guys don't give a fuck.
Honestly, we all know it's a dangerous job. I think we all can understand that it's a dangerous job, but also there's different situations that you put yourself in, for that. So
you choose. It's your job you choose. So
that's what you choose to do. So I said, I understand that's a dangerous job. I respect, there's some cops that I know, I respect a lot, but they're good people.
Right.
So not saying that all cops are bad or anything like that or whatever, but, I know a lot of cops, man, they're good people and stuff. So, and I understand that, they got a job to do just like anybody else. But when you abuse your power, that's when I have a problem with that.
Right. Shit.
If you're abusing what you got, if you're abusing your power and you trying to press somebody that shouldn't be pressed, then they press you back. Shit happens sometimes, unfortunately.
So we was talking about the jury thing. Go ahead, Ivory.
No, I was just gonna say that, in my opinion, a lot of this fault comes to the police, right? So you always hear them say, "Oh, I fear for my life." That's the first go-to. So I believe that they need to walk around, introduce themselves, so to speak, in the area that they work in. You see what I'm saying? Because if the community gets to know, oh, that's Officer so-and-so. If there's something going on, you gonna know, oh man, that's so-and-so. You see what I'm saying? That right there instantly de-escalates 90% of your situations. You know what I'm saying? They just, I don't know, man. It's getting out of hand, man.
The mentality of who so-and-so is. You know what I'm saying? And if so-and-so is on bullshit, then, you know what I'm saying, now he ain't nothing but a neighborhood terrorist.
Right. I agree with you.
I got family, man, that's all through Louisiana. And when I go visit them, man, I didn't, and I got some family members that live in the hood. And when the police come in there through that neighborhood, they come 4 cars deep. They back to back to back. That's how they ride through the neighborhood. They don't ride with one car. They ride with one car. That one car is most likely going to get shot up. And it's just the facts of in some neighborhoods and some places, like the police ain't even allowed to come in there. You know what I'm saying? Like they regulating their own shit. Like you can come in here acting like you finna arrest somebody if you want to. You know what I mean? So like I said, there's just some places, that's in the United States that it's like Pakistan.
Oh shit. Yeah, I know. Right. So Clara was talking about jury duty is an interesting thing. The law isn't cut and dry. Jurors are given parameters by which they can make the decisions. Fair.
But your lawyer is part of that process and picking the jury as well too. So it's just like, who are you picking? What kind of people are you picking?
You look like a left-wing lunatic, bro.
Well, shit, I was watching Boosie. He was saying, especially motherfuckers that got cake, they hiring a person. Their job specifically is to vet jurors. You know what I'm saying? That's all they do. For the case is vet jurors.
But you only get to strike 3. You only get to strike 3. So the state and the defense, you only get to strike 3. So like if I, it's a crapshoot, bro. I was in it, and it ain't nothing nice, man. It ain't nothing nice. In one of my cases, this one white dude, he was like, man, I can't stand the police. They're crooked. They're gangsters, and I don't care what the case is. I'm voting not guilty. And the judge said,
"Oh yeah, of course they're gonna throw him out."
Yeah, the judge said, "Thank you.
Right.
We won't be needing you today." And I looked at my attorney. I was like, "Fuck, we needed him."
Look, nigga, you done said too much. You done fuck up my case. Look.
Nah, but he did that on purpose so that they would throw him off anyway.
Right. But
that's really how I feel. Like, y'all know that. You know how a motherfucker wouldn't want to have me. A motherfucker would love to have me on the case. Matter of fact, because man, y'all know, bro, I ain't with giving nobody no. You know how I feel, bro. So
man, if you go up there, if you get past it, you gonna be. I mean, if they give you the instructions and all that kind of shit, you gonna.
I don't want to do it.
I know. So you gonna go up there and say that they're gonna strike you.
And that's
the fuck out.
So that's the other thing too, man. Is so it's hard to get people that look like you when you on the other end of that shit, because a lot of people, I too myself is guilty. I'm like, man, I don't want to do no jury duty. Nah, man, I'm sick. I'm the only breadwinner. Until I went through my shit. See what I'm saying? I'm like, fuck that. I'm gonna be there because I know that these motherfuckers be lying and shit. See what I'm saying? You get them other people that are grew up in rural areas, and all they see is the shit that the movies that we portray, the characters that we portray in movies, and they think that shit is real. Yeah, that nigga thug. In their mind, that's what they thinking.
Right.
Yeah, he did it.
Right.
You right about that. I'm just saying, like, I mean, I definitely wouldn't want to do it. I mean, you definitely got a point why it's important to do it. But I mean, as far as how I feel, like, shit, I'm not with, man, listen, I'm not with putting no motherfuckers in jail like that. You know what I'm saying? Now, if a motherfucker just did some crazy shit, but you know what I'm saying? My people, like, I'm sorry with, so we gonna have a hung jury like a motherfucker every time. We gonna be sitting there, we gotta figure it out, because I'm not going with the other 11.
I mean, all it takes is one, you know what I'm saying, to mess it up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I'm finna spoil the bunch.
And I'm most definitely, I'm guilty of that, Ivory, too, man. I didn't like 3 times I done been called to, go on jury duty, and I done finagled my way up out of it.
I had to do my thing. I had to do the jury selection thing. Not just recently, probably a couple months ago. I think October. I had to do it, and I had to do like the Skype thing. So I was in like the conference room doing all that shit, bro. And they asked me stuff, and then it was like, so they ask you what you do and all this kind of stuff, and then because they were picking jurors or whatever, and he's like, so will you be able to do this and ask me? And I was just like, I don't know about that. I got, I got a team. I'm a supervisor of a group, and I don't want to, I got a lot of responsibilities and shit like that. And she was just like, okay, hold on. She's like, because if I pick you, you're gonna be here. You're gonna be a month off. You know what I mean? And they pay you $10 a motherfucking day, bro. So I got the $10 check they gave me for that session I had with them. I ain't cashed the motherfucker, but I got it. She said, hold on. I waited for like 10 minutes. The bitch came back. It's like, okay, you can go. You're dismissed or whatever. And I went on my way.
Said enough to buy you a pack of Swishers.
Yeah, a pack of Swishers and probably a soda or some shit.
Yeah, it all depends with your job too, man. Like I said, in the job that since my situation, I haven't been called yet. But I'm telling you right now, if I ever get called again, I'm gonna do it. You see what I'm saying? Because
right. No, I got you.
There's nobody in both my trials, nobody on the jury box looked like me.
Right. Shit. They'll be the ones that
that's definitely. I mean, you make a real strong point. Like I said, shit. If I'm on your trial, not guilty.
Yeah, but check this out though. They say you're supposed to be judged by the jury of your peers. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And shit, I mean, that right there is flawed because ain't nobody up there in your age range for the most part, in your demographics that look like you. See what I'm saying? That look like you, and obviously that's for a
because
reason.
a lot of those people have the same fucking mentality as Elijah or something like that, and so then you don't have those opportunities of people because they not worthy jurors. Because they don't want to do it, or they have certain, feelings about law enforcement and police.
Claire said her employer pays you your regular wages to perform your duty as a citizen. So her job is shit. They doing everything, so you can live wherever the fuck you want to do. They gonna pay you your wages.
Listen, I mean, I was gonna get, but here's the thing. Yeah, I was gonna get
right now.
Listen, bro, I was gonna get paid too, but it was gonna be using my motherfucking PTO. That's how I was getting paid.
Right.
I mean, I was still gonna get my funky ass $10, but nigga, I mean, I had a bank to use, but I'm using up all my vacation time to make sure that I get paid. You not be, you know what I'm saying? They not, man, my job ain't doing that. No, you got to use that. I'm like, I'm not
that's what your PTO is for, boss.
Let me explain something to you. That's like I told the judge. I don't got time for it. I ain't got time. I don't want to do it. I don't.
You say you want to go on vacation and shit, man.
No, I told her. I would have had to be in there for a month.
Yeah,
a
whole fucking month, bro.
Fuck that shit up, man. You owe the community. You owe the neighborhood.
Because they want me to be
all that ruckus. Want me to be a leader as a teenager, nigga.
Because when I told her what I did for a living, then she was like, "Hold on," because she liked me and she was like, "Oh yeah, like a 4-person." Type motherfucker because he's a leader. And so then I'm like sitting up there, I was like, man, I should have told this bitch something else. You know what I mean? And then she said, do you think that you, and I was like, nah. And, I explained why I felt like I wouldn't be good at doing this because I just have too many responsibilities. I couldn't fucking come back after a fucking month, the building to be burned down fucking around with my team, bro. I'm not doing that.
Hey, you owed it to the community.
Nigga, I owe it to myself, nigga.
My
lifestyle and how I'm living.
All that terrorism and shit you was doing in your teenage, you owed that community.
Now listen.
Who's to say he was even going to be being a juror for one of his peers?
Hey,
it might have been.
He could have been.
My peer.
Listen, the only ones get arrested.
A peer. I mean, your peers is people that you live and work around. It ain't gonna be.
We know that, but we know what he talking about. We talking about.
I know
somebody that looks like you.
Right, but I'm saying there's a lot of niggas that think like you that won't do it, and so then you're not gonna have a pool. You see what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to fucking go in there with that mentality. You go on based on the motherfucking evidence. But I think what you're saying basically is that you don't want to be put in a situation to where you're locked in these parameters and it's like, well, nigga's guilty. Under these parameters, and I don't want to sign up for that. I get that. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is that that's what we're talking about. Like what Ivory's saying, I mean, it is important, but we don't have enough people because, like I said, the judge, even if I would have told the judge I wanted to, it don't mean she was gonna fucking pick me either. You feel me?
Nigga, my neighbor's been banging and shit past 2-3 in the morning for 5 years, nigga, and I just said something today and felt like nigga, I just turned up like that. This ain't in my makeup.
Watch.
You know what I'm saying?
You're finna get summons, nigga.
I was like, fuck that.
Finna,
last night was the struggle. Like, y'all got me fucked up.
You're getting a summons, nigga. Watch. You're gonna get one in the mail, nigga.
I've had one before.
I know you finna get another one. Talking about it, the same shit happened to me. I was talking
Yeah,
about
man,
my
you
dad
can't.
got one.
Yeah, you can't feel, man, like you telling on somebody or something like that, man. It's just you growing up. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, what you gonna do? You gonna go over there and blow up on them? Be like, man, you keep this motherfucking noise down. I mean, what you gonna do? And then it's gonna turn into a fight. They say something back to you.
No. I mean, I'm saying I've spoke to them politely, like, hey, can you? You know what I'm saying? It's 3 in the morning. What I'm saying is that I'm saying, as far as me going, I don't go complain to the fucking management. Is what I'm saying. Like, I've never done that in 5 years because people are like, why don't you just go complain? My nigga, I'm not. That's just not my makeup. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, man, I'm gonna tell you one time to keep it down. If you don't keep it down, then somebody else gotta tell you to keep it down. I ain't got time. I don't have time to keep doing that. And you got kids in the house trying to get some sleep, and you got everything else going on. I mean, what am I gonna do? Be arguing with you about some shit that you should already be doing?
So yeah, I finally today I was like, fuck it, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, they gonna do it to you.
Yeah, so I had to shape that mentality. Like,
that's just how the real world works, man. I mean, shit, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
you pay rent in that motherfucker just like anybody else, nigga. And if they,
you right. I mean, y'all right. I just don't like turning motherfuckers in. Y'all know how I am, bro.
I got you, bro. But this ain't no street shit, nigga. And you get the pass for this, nigga. Get your mother. This bitch up here doing that. I'm telling. I tried to talk to you. You didn't want to. You still, nigga, y'all gang banging or y'all dancing?
Years.
Nigga, fuck that, nigga.
Yeah,
that has been stopped, nigga. I'm gonna knock on your door, nigga, and then after that, I'm finna go talk to the goddamn property manager. You need to do something about this right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's not gonna be good for everybody here. Because I'll leave this motherfucker in fantastic form, nigga, and it's gonna be spectacular in this motherfucker if I have to accelerate on this motherfucker for real. Oh yeah, they're gonna do me in on this video. We and Jax was looking at he was talking about YouTube now, the algorithm. So with cussing, cussing and using curse words and shit like that, right? So they're getting ready to start this new thing where any cuss word you say or whatever can get you demonetized or whatnot. But they're going to go to your old videos and all that shit, and they'll flag those motherfuckers too now.
Man, you ain't got enough views for them to be worried about what you got going on, man. I mean,
let me
you
tell
see
you
Charleston
something,
White
man.
and all the motherfuckers, man.
Listen, I know, but let me tell you something. I ain't Charleston White, so he got enough people where he could fucking put a Cash App sign up on their motherfuckers and they gonna be dumping in their cat. Like, okay, so Tommy Sotomayor, he's one of my favorites. He's the GOAT, right?
Right.
I watched him for years, bro, and so he's a guy who, because of his content was so racy, that his shows would always get demonetized. And mind you, he got thousands of fucking subscribers and followers or whatever, right? And so what he started doing when they start taking away your money, you know what I mean, your AdSense money, he started doing the Cash App thing for donations. And people started, and he had the little thing up on the screen, and it would show you how much people. The
Patreon, man.
No, the Patreon takes a percentage of your bread. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
That's how Patreon works. I mean, it's cool to have it, you know what I'm saying? But you have to have a certain amount of subscribers before you are eligible to get use Patreon, I believe. But so they took his away. You know what I'm saying? They would demonetize his page, so then there's no money, right? I mean, you did this great show. You be on there for 3-4 hours, and then you don't get no money. You got like nigga, 500,000 motherfuckers watching your shit, and you don't get no money for that video because you cussing or you played a video or something, you know, whatever it is. And so he is Cash App. This nigga be on there 3 hours, nigga, getting 35, 45, 5,500 a day every time he go live, nigga, just off the Cash App. That ain't no Patreon percentage, nothing. That's cash into your motherfucking bank account, nigga. If you understand Cash App, and you do, and we all have it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what he was doing until they eventually fucking banned him from being on fucking YouTube. Just totally
know, and how he got that buzz is because of that. You know, his things is relationships. You know, and a lot of times women don't like to hear, you know, the truth about themselves. So they like, man, fuck this nigga, man. Let's get this nigga up off of here. You know what I'm saying? Like man, he spent too much game. You know what I mean? So, and that's what that be. And it's always the person that's always either talking about women or if you're talking about, you know, gays.
Yeah. You can't do that. They're gonna cancel you. And Clara said her son got on a jury case. It was a civil case. A person injured on the job as a result of a faulty equipment. Employer didn't want to pay. They awarded the injured party $14 million. Wow. Ooh.
He helped somebody get 14 million.
14 million award. And after that's all said and done, he's gonna get what, 6?
Nah, he gonna get more than that. He probably get like 7.
Ivory, what you say?
I'm about to tell you right now.
48%.
So 14.
Yeah, 48. Yeah, 48%.
Yeah, but then he got to pay
the lawyer,
the attorney, because it went to trial. They get 40% when it go to trial. They get 33% if they don't go to trial.
Okay.
So he that's what 80. Just say what 88%. 88% of that money is gone.
Well, they tax the first part, then they do the 40% from that part, but it's still a nice, because I mean 48% of the 14 mil.
He probably get like what, 4
million?
million?
That's like 8 million, right?
What, 48% of that?
Yeah.
No, that's close to 7 million, because 7 million would be 50%, so it's 6.8.
Yeah, it's like 6.7.
Okay.
I mean, that's still cool, but here's the fucked up part that I don't agree with is that in my opinion, you know, the state shouldn't be getting money because of something that happened to you. See what I'm saying? That shit ain't cool. And only the jury at times can vote that in Oregon, the jury can vote if the company can pay those taxes for you.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Man, you know your laws all the way.
Yeah,
hey man,
look, you have been through it.
I have. But yeah, so my uncle sued the school district. It went to trial, and this is recently, and the jury voted that the school district pay the taxes on that. So he only had to pay the attorney fee.
Oh yeah, that's lovely. I think everybody should have an attorney that know that rule.
well, the jury has to vote on that. You see what I'm saying? Because the jury could say, "Nah, we don't think so." You know what I'm saying? Because remember, here's the problem: if you get people that are out there that don't look like us, they'll be like, "Nah, that nigga don't deserve no 14 million. Yeah, he need to pay the motherfucking taxes on that shit. Why go back to my trailer park?" You see what I'm saying? That shit.
Right.
I mean, that's a hater.
Exactly.
But everybody ain't. I think most people are more so, nigga. If people is getting wrong generally, race is. I don't know if that is. No, I'm saying like they looking at man. Nah, I mean you got some people. I mean who's, you know, that's that's outliers, bro. I think that in most cases, man, people are like motherfuck that this company, especially if it's all on your, you know, it's on your side and they know that the company is clear and they, you know, you're getting awarded some money, you know. Now the taxes part, though, you know what I'm saying? I just think that speaks to just more so people, you know, sticking into these motherfuckers even more. I mean, because why would you take the money? If I'm going to war with somebody, I don't give a fuck if they white or whatever. You need to get all the money, and I will vote for them to pay the taxes on it. Me personally, I don't give a fuck what they look like. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to. Yeah, and I'm not going to assume that all white people are like that either, is what I'm saying. So I mean,
yeah, but that don't always happen though. That's my point.
So how do they do that? How does that even work though? Like, is that just part of it? I mean, any process, even like when you went through it, or I mean, is that just something that they propose?
I didn't go to trial, but here's what I can tell you. So when you hear about the punitive damages, so like let's just say in Claire's scenario that let's just say they wanted like 14 million. I'm pretty sure they started out higher than that. So what they do is the punitive damages might be 30 million, right? And what that is that's to get the companies to really buy into the mediation, you know, to sit down with you. Because remember, a big corporation, they could be like, man, I ain't sitting with that motherfucker. You see what I'm saying? But when the penalty for not engaging in the process is higher than what it could actually be, it forces them to sit and meet with them. Because remember that the company ain't paying that 14 million. That's that insurance that they have.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not out of their pocket. That's that insurance. See what I'm saying?
Got you.
Now, with my situation, I can talk about it a little bit. So my case was a noose, right? So that is a federal crime, right? So this is what I was telling you about, what I learned, the education that I learned real quick. So the company that I sued, they're one of the biggest contractors in the West Coast. Now, Intel is a federal company, right? Federal contract. Now, if I would have pressed the issue, right, and said, I ain't taking no deal, I want 20 million, we can go to trial, right? If they are found guilty, then that means they can't work at Intel. Bro, they probably make $840 million a year at Intel. Damn. Now that $20 million that a brother is forcing their hand, that's chump change minus the 800 something million they can't get for the next 5 years each year. You dig what I'm saying? So that's why they be like, fuck that. We're gonna act like we broke and chop it down and be like, well, man, we'll give you 6. 6 ain't shit when you factor in the 70 something percent that you're gonna lose just for agreeing to take the deal.
Right. That's a cold game.
Man, who you telling? That's why I said you should not have to pay taxes on the money that you
are awarded.
Right, yeah. Absolutely not. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that either. I believe that if you were awarded something, man, give that man what he was awarded. You shouldn't have to pay the state no money or nothing like that. That ain't got nothing to do with them. Man. You suing an entity. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You on mute, Jax.
The state want money for anything. They don't care what you're doing. If you're doing anything to get some money, they won't end.
That's
it. They won't end.
And they didn't have nothing. And they didn't have nothing to do with it. And so this is why I was telling you guys, like the last podcast, if you ever get in a situation in your job, right, don't get no attorney that lives in Oregon. Get an attorney that is from another state that is licensed over here, because I don't, like, for example, I don't know Jermaine. You see what I'm saying? So Jermaine ain't gonna try to talk to me about some, oh yeah, I remember we was at Holy Redeemer and in college together, man. Man, you think you could get the dude to come down to, like, 3,600? Yeah, man, I think I can finesse this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? That type shit. But if a motherfucker that ain't from this state, man, I don't know you, Jermaine. Man, what the fuck, man? We want 14 million, motherfucker.
Right.
And that's the conversation. And they finesse the shit out of me, man. That's all I can tell you, man.
So check this out, though. So there's some lawsuits that's challenging the recent Illinois semi-automatic gun ban. Now, I know how we feel about Measure 114 and all that in the state of Oregon and all, how that's going down. But what do you guys think about the gun ban or semi-automatics in the city like Chicago or in a state like Illinois? Of course, when I say Illinois, that's speaking more specifically to Chicago.
It's not gonna stop nothing. It's still gonna be niggas killing niggas. Period.
Right. So listen, legal challenges in Illinois to Illinois semi-automatic weapons ban began Wednesday with the federal complaint that the 8-day-old law prohibits commonly possessed and constitutionally protected guns. A state court pleading was also filed Wednesday, questioning the law's exemptions based on a person's employment. A Central Illinois judge is considering a gun shop's request for a temporary restraining order on the law, which Governor J.B. Pritzker signed January 10th in response to the mass shootings that killed 7 and injured 30 at the Highland Park July 4th parade. The lawsuit was filed by lead plaintiff Accuracy Firearms of Effingham, about 100 miles northeast of St. Louis. The law bans dozens of specific type of rapid-fire handguns and rifles, 50 caliber guns, attachments, and limits cartridge to 10 rounds for long guns and 15 rounds for pistols. Effingham County Circuit Judge Joshua Morrison said he would rule on the restraining order this week. So you say it's not going to stop nothing, but I guess more so the question, do you think that they should, considering the type of violence that they have?
No,
okay.
Because it's criminals killing criminals anyway. You know what I mean? So it's like them guns is illegal. Everything that they doing is illegal. So it don't even matter. Like you said, it's just a play to stop the regular citizens from being able to protect themselves.
Right. So what Clara says here, well, Chicago just happens to be the city that's the hot button topic right now. But in our lifetime, we have seen this be LA, Miami, DC, and New York as well, only saying that it won't always be Chi-Town. I guess I got to stay consistent. You can't do it. And I agree with that. I mean, criminals are going to do what criminals do, whether we ban guns or ban the capacity of weapons and all that type of stuff. Motherfuckers still going to be able to commit murder.
So check this out. So do anybody on this panel own a semi-automatic gun that has a brace on it? Right?
No.
And a strap. Okay, so I got one. So recently, the ATF in Oregon is passing a law that you have to register that as a short barrel rifle, right? So what does that mean? So that means, and you have 120 days to do that. And if you do it within the 120 days, you don't have to pay the $200 tax stamp. Why is that important? So if I take my gun that I have to, if I want to be within the law and take my gun to ATF and have them register that as a short barrel rifle now, at any point in time, they can come to my house and say, I want to see that gun. They come every week if they want to. You dig what I'm saying?
Absolutely not.
And so here's the other thing. So the ATF is not supposed to make laws. You see what I'm saying? So there's a violation of the constitutional rights right there. You see what I'm saying? So that's going to affect all of us. You see what I'm saying? That Measure 114, dude, that was just them cracking the door, bro. They about to blow the motherfucker wide open.
And that's what's fucked up. That's what what Jermaine was saying, but it's criminals killing criminals, you know what I'm saying? So all these laws that they putting in place is going to affect motherfuckers that's actually doing things legally. It ain't going to affect the motherfuckers that's out doing the bullshit in the first place.
Exactly. And if let's just say somebody had a gun like mine, didn't know, was at a rock quarry or whatever, shooting their shit, having a good time, and all it takes is for one dude to call and complain, or the undercover officer to be there and be like, "Hey man, could I see where your tax stamp for this short barrel rifle you got? You talking about what you talking about?" Just like that, you going to prison,
right?
You'll never have a gun ever again legally.
Well, I think what in Illinois they are like Jermaine said, it's not gonna stop nothing. But I think if I'm hearing it correctly, those people who are doing mass shootings and this and that and the other, they've all purchased their weapon legally. So they want to prevent that. That's what I get out of it.
Man, them gang members ain't going to no gun shows in Chicago.
Hell no.
Oh, I
know what I mean? Like
no,
like
no, I know that, but ain't no gang. But Jermaine, ain't no gang members doing no mass shootings unless.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. So no,
Are
you
they?
need to understand what the definition of mass shooting is. It's not a motherfucker going and shooting up a McDonald's.
2 or more people.
Right.
Right.
So if a motherfucker in Chicago go and they ride on somebody or whatever, they consider those mass shootings now. So it's not just exclusive to like school shootings or that type of thing. Yeah. So they consider, when like in Chicago, like or in St. Louis or something like that, where you have multiple people being shot. That's what they're gonna call it. So yeah, niggas is doing mass shootings daily.
Well, technically, yes. I guess so.
Okay.
Daily.
You shoot into a crowd. You hit more than one person. It's a mass shooting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Innocent people getting shot. That's a mass shooting. They consider that a mass shooting.
And what you're talking about,
Renald.
Yeah, what you're talking about, Renald, is more so about the people that get guns legally and then they go off and then they commit those type of shootings, like that guy in Buffalo, New York, who went to the grocery store, or what happened in Virginia, shit like that. So yeah,
I mean that's so small and minute. That's like a less of a 1%.
Yeah, but the other shit, that's something different. That's daily. That's some daily shit. Okay, so I got a quick question. Let me ask this question. We got all guys on the panel. Dawn had to drop off, so I'm sure she has some work to do. So let me ask y'all this. So should a woman change their last name when they get married? Jermaine, go.
To me, yes. I mean, if you're a man, and I just don't see why. I'm a traditional person when it comes to that.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't.
Okay.
I don't understand. I don't understand why. Why wouldn't she? You know what I mean? Or why wouldn't a man like want that?
Well, it's not a question of because there's a lot of women that don't, in this new age and new way of thinking, don't necessarily subscribe to that traditional last name change. You see it more often nowadays, or you with the hyphen, their maiden name, then added on, that type of thing. So so hold that thought. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm asking Ivory. I know you're getting married here soon, Jermaine. Ivory, so you go. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, she my property, so she gonna take my last name.
Hey, I feel it.
I'm being totally serious. That shows everybody else she is no longer shit happens all the time. But what I'm saying is that shows she belonged to my tribe. See what I'm saying? She mine. God damn it. My property. That's what the license is for, nigga. On paperwork.
Okay, so Elijah.
I ain't married into that shit, but I don't believe in I definitely don't believe in she back it at the perfect time. But I don't believe in that hyphenated name shit, like especially for my offspring, like You know what I'm saying? My kid's mom, she asked me like, no, their last name is Jackson.
That's
Period.
a simp.
Like,
I mean, that's if a nigga agree to that, he's a simp.
Okay.
All right. We're not hyphenating shit around here.
Ronaldo, are you going to change your last name, or are you going to give him your last name? Because I've heard that about guys changing their last names to their.
Hell no!
I'm not changing my last name, but I don't give a shit. I don't believe in marriage anyway. But let's put that out there for
Right.
But if I were, if she wants to have her last name hyphenated, I don't give a shit.
No, what if she didn't want it hyphenated? She just wanted her own name.
First, I ain't getting married, so you can keep your last name.
This is hypothetical. So I'm saying, if you were getting married tomorrow, does she have to have Tage as her last name, or are you just good with her being Johnson?
It's gonna have to be Tage.
Okay, that's what I want to know. Don.
Yeah, I'm a Nelson. Fuck a nigga last name. He can keep that shit.
Okay.
If I change my last name, it'd be because it's my grandfather, my original not Mr. James C, because that's who I rocks with, but my other grandfather, Mr. Perry Johnson. If I'm gonna change it, it would be that. But other than that, I'm not changing. I'm a Nelson. I was born in Nelson. I'm raised in Nelson. My kid's last name is Nelson. Fuck a nigga's name.
See, Donna's the kind of woman that's gonna have a simp, and she gonna run all over him.
No,
you see what she said her kid's last name is?
Yeah,
exactly.
She gonna be stopping all over him. You know what I mean?
You see what she said her kid's last name is?
Right.
Nelson.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
Ray, your shit frozen.
I know.
Yeah,
I'm not getting ready to. But my thing is, I ain't planning on being married to nobody either. So therefore, my kids will have my last name. They mine. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking care of them. So what the fuck? I don't. What are we talking about here?
Man,
but
Don, you mean a dude that sweep you off your motherfucking feet? Shit, your shit'll be hyphen so motherfucking quick. And ain't
negative, Ghost Rider. Negative.
Shit. It'd be Don, Nelson, Dash, shit.
All right, so here's a question. So do you think it's acceptable if your partner still keeps in contact with some of their exes?
Absolutely not. What kind of shit is that? I don't understand that.
These are random questions, bro.
I don't understand that. I'm your one and only friend.
Well, let me ask the men on
we don't play that shit over here.
Let's ask the men on the thing. Do you keep in contact with your exes?
Absolutely not. Once I'm done, I'm done. I don't look backwards.
Okay, I heard that.
I'm just asking.
Ivory. That's a good question. That's a good question, Ronaldo. I ain't trying to. Absolutely, yeah, I got you, Ivory.
I mean, I say hi and bye, but as far as like
texting and calling and all that, none of that.
No.
Elijah, what about you?
Do I or do I think my girl should?
Either way.
Yes. I mean, what'd you say? I thought somebody said something. I mean, as far as me, I got exes that I've dealt with or whatever. I mean, we cool. It ain't like we just, fucking around, popping it on the regular and that type of shit. But you know what I'm saying? We see each other, hey. But as far as this, it's not if you with somebody and that's what you're doing, then that ain't cool. If you ain't with nobody, then you can stay in contact with who the fuck you want to stay in contact with.
Yeah, I think that it's but I think that if you're with somebody, I think you're gonna be less complicated if you just, don't do that.
But it's like there's a reason why they're your ex.
Not all the time. I mean, there's always a reason, but it always got to be a bad reason, though.
Yeah, it do.
It might be because it might be a lot of times.
Yeah, it do.
Because of me, I ain't shit.
It do. Because if that was good, if that was that good, you'd be with him.
Yep, I agree with Jermaine on that one.
But I'm saying though, sometimes it's a situation where it's just not compatible. Okay, so
what if it was
you just want some pussy? That's what it is.
What if it was you?
And it's familiar and it might be easy to you. That's probably what it is.
Hold on. Let me ask you this then. So do you think couples need to have similar interests to be compatible?
No.
Okay.
Nope.
Nah, you gotta have your own shit. So basically, what I go by is like 50 feet, right? And what that means is, you know,
I do not.
Each one of you guys gotta
You
have
page me?
your own space.
No, I sent it down.
You see what I'm saying? That way you don't smother each other and you get a chance to miss each other. You know what I mean?
You're not gonna have similar interests, but you can have similar mindsets, though. I think that's important.
I mean, you know, similar interests. I mean, like, so you like the same fucking movies. That would be similar interests. So something's wrong with that?
No, there's nothing wrong with it. You don't have to have it, though.
Okay.
I like to breathe. She like to breathe. So, hey, I like to eat. You like to eat.
All right. Okay. So, so if you found out, I don't think that's gonna work right. Oh, that's something you guys. Okay, it's not appropriate. I mean, not like that, but it wouldn't be a good question anyway. Do men and women have different roles when it comes to parenting? Should strictness be varied between the two? Elijah?
No, I think that's bullshit. That role shit, because especially speaking for, you know what I'm saying, my experience, like it teaches the kid, like, for instance, if the father or even if he ain't in the same household as the mother or whatever, if he's always a disciplinarian and that's all he do, you know what I'm saying, it's like that's what the kids know him for, always being in my ass. You see what I'm saying? Rather, you know what I'm saying, no matter what, if you know what I'm saying, if mom here or dad here or whatever, he always in my ass, and then, you know what I'm saying, mom get to be the cool one, or vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Mom is a disciplinarian and dad is a cool one. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and then what happens is a lot of shit that should be dealt with as a team. You know what I'm saying? Say for instance, like the child's doing something and they're with the other parent, the cool parent, they'll call the disciplinarian. Oh, well, sudden the child is doing whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. But it's like, well, they with you, do something about it. You know what I'm saying? But they put that onus on you. And then when you do something, they back letting child do what the fuck they want to do in the first place. So I think it creates an imbalance, and you guys can never get on the same accord like that.
Okay. So Ivory, you said you agree with that, right? Or is that Ray?
No, I don't agree with that. I think that there will be some type of balance, but I think that one particular parent is going to be a little tougher than the other. You see what I'm saying? And I know that if I had a daughter or something, I'm pretty sure I would be more lenient on her, whereas my wife, I know, would be in her ass, or vice versa. If we had a son, I'd be in his motherfucking ass, and his mom would most likely not be asshole tough.
Well, I mean, in certain instances, I'm just saying, far as this in general, far as this general discipline, it can't be always, you know what I'm saying, well, I'm gonna tell your dad, or I'm gonna tell
I
your
agree.
mama. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Yeah. Is Don on? I'm looking at these questions.
I think she's
Yeah,
on mute.
I'm right here.
Oh.
You already know Don gonna put it down. Shit, she got her foot to the floor.
I think it should be a joint effort between the two parents, and they shouldn't be clashing over this little badass motherfucker that's going to be going to, oh, Renault, daddy, you know, Renault said, or daddy said, I could do this, and then run to the mama, and then she'd be like, oh, you know, it's just such and such. Nah, it should be a joint effort, because now you and I gonna have a issue.
Right. So I think that, I mean, if you're in a relationship or you married, I mean, if you're a man and you lead in your household, then, you know, you and your woman should be on the same accord, you know, when it comes to that, when it comes to parenting. And, you know, naturally, I mean, it's in the woman's nature to be a little bit more nurturing and to be a little bit more soft, you know, anyway. Mm-hmm. That's just in their nature. But, you know, it ultimately in the end, I mean, she going to be like, you know, she shouldn't have to say, well, I'm going to tell your dad. You know, she should be able to go ahead and handle that business herself without, you know, putting you as, or painting you as the bad guy, or whatever the case may be. Like, you know, she knows what's right or what's wrong. If you guys have communicated that already, you know what I mean, then, you know, you guys on the same accord when it comes to parenting. Well, naturally, like, you know, but Ivory has said, you know, when you have a a daughter or you have a son, it's a little bit different, you know, because, you know, I'm in that dynamic right now to where, you know, with our daughter, like she's, you know, my woman is more or less of hard and I'm more or less of soft when it comes to certain things. And when it comes to my son, I'm more or less of, I don't give a fuck, he gonna do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care about his feelings, I don't care about none of that, you know what I mean? So, you know, I get that.
So I got a question real quick, Ray. So what happens when you have to play that dynamic for both sexes?
What do you mean?
Like he said, with his daughter, he's more lenient, and with his son, he's more strict, and with his wife, it's vice versa. So what happens when the wife's soft on both of them, and so now daddy got to be hard on both of them?
I mean, I just feel like I mean that's a real scenario. I think that if you have a certain balance with your own personal emotion when you deal with your kids, like for me, for instance, with my son, you know, I'm hard on him when, you know, with certain shit, right? Like if I was to come down on him when he was younger about anything, I always, you know, I mean, I got in his ass, but at the same time, I had a conversation with him and I kind of, you know, soften it up after I've gotten my point across, you know what I'm saying? And then talk to him, you know, with love and let him know that, you know, that I care about him and that kind of stuff. So, I mean, I'm a little more nurturing after the fact. So I show a little bit of both. You know, I don't know if that's answering your question.
No. I do that. I'm saying, as far as to more what question to what Jermaine was saying. He was saying that, you know what I'm saying. Him and Scoop was saying that, you know, if it's a girl, you know what I'm saying, the mom's gonna be more strict and the dad's gonna be more lenient. And if it's a boy, the dad's gonna be more strict and the mom's gonna be more lenient. And I'm saying, so if they're, Jermaine was saying in a relationship, I'm saying, so what happens if his wife, for instance, was soft on the daughter and the son? And so now Jermaine has to be hard on not only the son, but also the daughter.
But see, I'm okay.
I think he should be right. He should be able to adjust. I think that, you know, it's, you know, you will have, I mean,
I understand he's okay with that. I mean, just like I am. I mean, that's my dynamic, to keep it a buck. But, you know what I'm saying? At the same time, I'm saying, for us being okay with it doesn't mean ideally we think that's the way it should be.
Yeah, I don't know how you fix that if the wife or the, you know, the spouse or your better half is, you know, they just soft like that on the, you know, on the daughter or whatever. You just have to, you know, I mean, that's just an adjustment. I think
I got a scenario though, like today with Devin and Irie, they've been at each other, and like, you know, Devin ain't mad at Ray or me, but he felt like Ray went harder on him than Nairi, because Nairi pulling the wool over Ray's eyes, you know what I'm saying? And in his mind, and she kind of is what she do, because she's a girl and she does all that little weirdo stuff. But
Devin, no, that ain't what happened. But go ahead.
No, but I'm just saying, I'm just telling you what he's, you know, how he's feeling, you know what I'm saying?
That's okay. And I know he's a victim.
And so, no, he's not acting like a victim. No, he's not. No, I know. He said he got on both of our heads, and I'm not mad. He said, but she's always trying to make it seem like somebody's just going out their way to do something.
She tried to, yeah.
Okay, and then so he was like, I was like, I'm sure Ray knows he's not oblivious to everything. He's not slow, and so, you know, just you know what I'm saying, I get it, but I see what you're saying too, Elijah. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying, I see where Jermaine's coming from. He's gonna spoil his girl or whatever the case may be, and he's gonna go hard on the nigga. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what y'all do. But at the same time, they both should get the same treatment. You know what I'm saying? Because they both, they should.
I mean, I just think that.
Hold on. I'm going to say this, because in that scenario, when I talked to them today, of course I went harder on him when he kicked the fucking bag at school or whatever he did. You know, kicked her bag and all that bullshit. He don't do that to the girl. And I went in on him about that shit, but I most certainly was on her motherfucking helmet too. So I mean, he does. I mean, I told him I loved him and everything after conversation, but I told him I was disappointed in them. The both of them, they both got it. They was on speakerphone. I checked both of them motherfuckers, but I checked him harder about kick beat. You know, that shit is unacceptable on all levels. So you know, he might have took it that way or whatever.
No, he wasn't mad at. He said, "I'm not mad at him."
Yeah. But boys are gonna do that anyway. Because us as men, we're gonna apply our toughness definitely even if we do it the same, we're going to apply it different towards the male, of course, than you apply it to a little girl. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's a certain, you know what I'm saying? I mean, and that's just natural. You know what I'm saying? You may, you know what I'm saying? I'm equally as tough on them, but I don't go hard on them in the same manner. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because you can't go hard on a boy in the same manner that you go hard on your daughter.
Right, why not? Why not?
Well, I think in society and men play a different role than a woman plays in society. So men and young boys need to suffer differently.
And I don't think that that's right. I think everybody should be, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that you don't think that way, but the world treats men differently than they treat women.
Okay, perfect example, Don.
So, and most men are held accountable, and most women aren't, and young girls aren't. You know what I mean? So, in society, it's just going. In society, as you grow older as a young boy, you learn that, oh, it ain't the same. You know, women get certain treatment that men just don't get. So, you know, for a young boy growing up, he needs to learn early in life that life ain't gonna be fair for you just because you are male, and that there's a life that is required from you as you being a young boy growing into a man. And as a woman, you know, for instance, I'm not saying that you don't be hard on them, but what I'm saying is there's a certain kind of softness that you have to have when it comes to that or whatever. You don't want them to be too hard or whatever. So, but a man is just required, and young boys are just required, you know, when it comes to jail, when it comes to sentences, when it comes to everything in life, when it comes to opening the door for a woman, when it comes to someone, you know, like you can even look at Blueface and his woman or whatever. If he was whooping, if he was whooping his woman the way that his woman is whooping him right now, he'd be underneath the jail. But you see, but society look at it as always funny. She can crack a bottle over his head, and she can do all this, that to him or whatever, and it's okay. And what I'm saying is there's just different roles, and society will tell you and teach you that there's a difference between a man and a woman.
And not just that, but like perfect example, like if your child gets smarter out of pocket or whatever, like perfect example, Devin, you know what I'm saying? He gets smart with you or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Now you as a woman, you can handle it different because you're a female. But if it was a man, you know what I'm saying? Put yourself in a man's shoes. Devin get out of line or whatever, get smart. You grab him, you sock his little ass up or whatever, punch him in the chest, whatever. You know, none abusive, but you can't do your daughter like that. What you gonna do? Punch her in the chest too? You see what I'm saying? Like it just you can't do the same shit.
Well, I socked both of them up
because you're a female.
So
equal opportunity.
But we're men. And okay, perfect example. If Ray went over there and socked Devin in the chest right now, you'd be like, oh well, little nigga, you shouldn't have did whatever you did, right? Now imagine he like, yeah, Nairi got smart and I socked her ass in her chest. You see how you would look at him like he's crazy?
Don is cold. She said equal opportunity. Everybody.
I mean, that sounds good, Don. You're gonna be like, man, that shit wasn't right.
No, you don't sock the girl in the chest. You sock her in her thigh. That's what you do.
Yeah, but but what he's saying though is it makes a lot of sense though, nigga. Because if you go, I mean, you go hard. I mean, it's just I get that. I get it.
I mean, I wasn't tripping about nothing that Ray said to them today. I didn't care. I was tickled pink because it made them leave me alone. My point is that I heard Devin what he was, because he was like, "I was you all right? Yeah, I just ain't talking to nobody in there. I ain't gonna talk to none of them.
Because I told him to leave each other
He needs to
alone.
suffer. That's what I'm saying.
No.
So suffering is gonna make
hold
it
on. No, it's both of them, bro. Hold on, it's both of the kids, bro. It ain't just Devin. It's both of them.
And Nairi did something to him that was foul.
Nairi has been on some slack. She been fucking with the ops, bro. So I get, but it's like Devin put this beautiful thing, this little picture collage up on Instagram with him and Nairi from when they were little bitty babies all the way to them being big. And then I hear Don, she's on her last rope, these niggas tripping. So I call these niggas and I put her on the speakerphone, so I'm cussing them out. talking to, you know, they all finna be teenagers, y'all fighting, and Nyrie's like, well, Devin thinks he's the boss of me, and then no, I don't, and then I'm gonna sit here and listen to these two preteens argue about some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you guys are fucking cousins, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, they had me so furious, bro. Like,
it's gonna be more. It's gonna be more required out of Devin as they get older. Let's say they somewhere and somebody is picking on her. Devin is gonna be required.
He always comes to her defense.
No, he gonna no. Devin,
he always does. As he should, but as he should. So it's gonna be more required out of Devin. You know, as he get older and older and older. That's just.
But like I told him, it's time for you to step back and let her get beat up.
Yeah, nah. Hell
nah.
Yeah, no, yeah.
But I was like with Keith and them, I was like, yeah, I can beat her up and talk shit to her, but y'all ain't gonna do it. And if you did, I'm gonna whoop your ass. So that's what Devin's at. He's gonna protect his family, but he can do certain things to her. Yeah.
But I mean, I get it. I get it, but like I told him, I said, leave her alone. You leave him alone, and let the chips fall where they may.
That's what I told him. If she don't want to, Devin, it's like she be being rude to me. And I told Nyree, man, fuck your little funky attitude and all that shit. Nobody care about that shit. You know what I'm saying? And I told Devin, don't talk to her then.
That's what he said. That's what he said. He said, I'm not talking to her or none of them right now.
No, seriously, if she want to be an asshole, you ain't gotta fuck with her. But y'all cousins, and y'all gonna have to fucking put up for each other. Right? That's what I kept saying that and then correcting myself. But I'm like, y'all gonna have to rock. Y'all gonna have to rock with each other. I said, the older you get, I said, when y'all become adults, y'all gonna laugh about this bullshit right here. This whole conversation, y'all gonna joke about for the rest of your life, because y'all not gonna get along like this when you get older. Y'all gonna be tighter. You know, but y'all need each other. You know, I talked to him about that stuff. I told him I love you. I said, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye. And hung up on the niggas. So I was done with them. They had me hot though, man. They was talking to this, listening to them bicker, Don, over the phone while I'm sitting there listening to this shit like these motherfuckers.
This is why
I had to go in the basement to talk to them. You know what I'm saying? Because they right by each other. So I can just only imagine what it looked like. You know what I'm saying? She probably looking him up and down, and he mugging her, cutting his eyes at her, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like they say that he's like, no, Nyree's being rude and da da da. He said, no, Devin kicked my bag because he was mad at my friend, and I wasn't mad at your friend. I was mad at you. Da da da. If you quit being, I'm just sitting there. I'm like, hey. I said, I don't want to hear this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what I'm telling these niggas, man. Like, it was funny. But it was just, but I wasn't.
It's stressful. But I was doing this every day, all day for the last 3 weeks, bro. Like, to where I told them.
They're funking with each other.
Like I told them,
I said, I will make king stage.
I told them I'll make them sleep in the backyard. On everything.
Get them niggas some tents.
No, you won't even have no tent. You just gonna have you better be lucky to get a blanket. You sleep in the backyard. There's no TV, no electricity out there, no nothing. Just be out there with the coons and whatever else is out there.
Hey, would you be cool enough with one of your niggas to bring him in a drug package in the middle of a trial for a murder trial?
Say that again.
Yeah, what's the question?
Would you be cool enough with one of your partners to bring that nigga in a drug package in the middle of trial during a murder trial?
Oh, you talking about that young thug?
Yeah.
How that happen?
Hey, niggas is, bro. I don't know.
Did that happen for real?
How he got to crash out like that. I don't know how he did. I don't know. I mean, you gotta be a special kind of motherfucker to go up in trial with some drugs to give to somebody.
Man, that's when clout chasing goes wrong, bro.
And the whole thing is, the nigga that brought it, that's the only one the nigga in trouble. Thug ain't in trouble. Because he was like, I thought he was just giving me a handshake.
But you accepted it though, didn't you? Or didn't you?
Well, at
I was
this
like,
point,
hey man, what is this?
Look.
Holy
what is
shit.
this? Look, I'm in enough trouble as it is. What is this?
What was in the package? What was in the package?
Some weed, some perks, and some other shit.
Wow.
And they brought it to court.
Listen, as soon as he tried to hand it to him, I'm going like this, man, what is this?
Yes.
Oh no, we can't.
Walk from behind. Like pull the video up, nigga. Walk from behind this. Yeah. Wow. And walked up to him and.
So he must got mental health. He must be mentally challenged or slow or something.
I mean, it's either that or
he was super high.
The police is trying to something must be going on with that case. some got to be going on with that case that you know he might. I don't know if all that time he might not get as much or something like that. They trying to get him. I don't know, but to me that just sounds like a setup.
Is Young Thug finna win? Is he finna be found not guilty?
I'm not saying he finna win, but I'm saying that he might not. You know, he might get a 10, 12, 15 piece. He might not get a 25, 30 piece.
But it's over.
I mean, a 10, 12 piece. I mean, we know people that done got 15, 17 and got get back. So, you know, I mean,
and them niggas is ratting. I know that. It's
right.
Everybody telling.
But I mean, that, like I said, that looked like a setup to me.
Yeah, I mean, that shit just in the middle. I mean, in a high profile trial like that. I mean, because that's the hottest thing going in Atlanta like that. It's a RICO case.
I mean, the DA set him up for that. The DA set him up for that.
That shit's just. I mean, that just blew my fucking mind when I saw that. Like, I don't understand. Like, what would possess you? You know what I'm saying? That's just crazy.
Man, I got a cousin, man. He got arrested, man, for going to visit somebody, man, and trying to take something up in there. And I was just like, and this is in Angola. This is in Angola. I said, what would possess you? Bro, I'm telling you, bro, I got some crazy family, man, in Louisiana, man. And yeah, man, he tried to, you know, take something up in there for his partner, and you know, he got jammed up.
Well,
I mean, at least he had a little more action because he trying to sneak it in on his body or whatever. These motherfuckers is in the middle of trial.
Listen, he didn't have no action. You know what they did with him? Oh man, you already up in here, man. Go ahead and turn around, man. Look, we got a cell for you right now. Right now.
Come on.
We got you.
Right now.
Like I said, at least he had a little more action. This nigga is in the middle of a trial, bro. I could have understood if he'd did it during a visit, whatever. Like, you stupid as a motherfucker, but it's been done before. I've seen it before. Got it. You know what I'm saying? Bro, the judge here, everybody fucking here, like, they not looking at you. Like, you got bailiffs, you got fucking sheriffs, you got all these motherfuckers.
And you got reporters.
I mean, what are you talking about, bro?
But see, did Young Thug take the bait? Did he take the bait?
Yeah, he gave it. I mean, as soon as dude went up and shook his hand and like handed it to him, they rushed. They was like, "Hey, what the fuck was?"
That's what I'm saying. That was a setup. That was a setup. That was a setup. They said
it was a setup. I mean, but it looked like one of them. You know, when niggas, you know what I'm saying, used to do a hand-to-hand, think he was slick, trying to walk up with the money in his hand like this and do a little fake handshake like.
I know he can't be that dumb.
What's going on?
I know he can't be that dumb.
It's like when your grandma give you like $100 in front of your grandfather and like,
right.
Hey, don't tell no.
Yeah.
I love you, baby.
Yeah, that bullshit.
Don't tell your daddy I gave this.
Right.
That type of shit.
And they like, we looking right at you, bro. Like,
I see it. It's right here.
Yeah, I hope he didn't bite the cheese like that.
Man, that fucked my head up. I had to ask, like, nigga, I ain't never heard no shit like that before in my life, especially not no nigga to nigga. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know what I'm saying? I could even understand more of a female that would have went and crashed out like that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But another nigga?
Let me see if I can find the video for that.
Man, while you looking, I'm gonna look. I'll tell you what it's called. That shit crazy, bro. Type in Young Thug passed Perkin. Just type in Young Thug passed, and it'll pull up.
Okay. In YouTube.
Yep, it'll say Young Thug passed Perkin Court or some shit like that.
Wow.
That's so stupid.
It's very stupid.
I mean, like, who raised you? Like, where? I mean, like, really? Where you come from? Who your people are? That term I always say, your mama should have swallowed you. This applies to that situation. You should have been swallowed.
Got the stupid award.
Right.
Wow, what kind of that is nice. What is
That's
that?
a bet. I ain't never seen no water bottle that big.
Right.
It's a gallon. It's hard too. So
it keeps it cold.
Hell yeah, for days.
He got one of them army ones.
Hold on, back up on my intake, man.
Ari, when the next time you going hunting?
I gotta look at my schedule, but it's funny you say that because it's bear hunting. I applied for a tag to go to Southern Oregon, so I gotta see if I get it.
Who you be going out there with?
Myself.
Man,
you out there tripping
I would love to go on one of them trips, man.
by yourself. You done
Nigga's
lost
a
your
wild
mind.
boy.
You done lost your damn mind.
Nah, I mean, shit. I'm telling you, man, you get out there. And Ray went fishing with me. Shit, it's.
I mean, that's
relaxing.
contraband in court.
Yeah, that shit, we was on a speedboat, nigga. Trust me, it wasn't all pieces.
Atlanta rapper Young Thug is already facing a slew of RICO charges, but now there are new allegations against him and a fellow YSL defendant. Here's what happened. We got this video from court. Take a look at the part we highlighted here. Do you see this? Right there. According to court motions, Young Thug's fellow defendant, Khalif Adams, passed Percocet to Young Thug under the guise of a handshake right in front of the entire courtroom. Adams is serving a life sentence for murder. Now, right after what you see there in that video, court documents say that law enforcement immediately moved in to search Adams, who resisted. But once they searched him, the documents say they found more contraband, including Percocet, marijuana, and tobacco, all wrapped in plastic, and food seasonings to mask the smell. The court documents go on to say officers thought Adams swallowed even more contraband, so they rushed him to Grady Hospital. They say court had to be delayed for the rest of the day.
The fuck?
They stupid, man. They deserve to go to prison for life. Just for that shit.
What the fuck, bro? Like, seriously? Like, what the fuck was I just watching, bro? Oh my God.
Wow. Man, this is a multi-millionaire man doing this.
Fucking moron, bro. Jesus Christ. Man.
Again, retardation is real.
The worst of the niggas, man. This nigga's
This a motherfucker that Kevin Lyles wouldn't put his name and was gonna put his own bread up for.
I bet you rethinking that whole situation right now.
Oh, he happy as hell. He did. I mean, that didn't happen because man, they got them for all kind of murders and this, that.
Oh.
That. Hey, man, this.
I mean, like, I don't understand that whole thing, man. Like, if you got you're a multi-millionaire and you still selling dope and killing niggas. Not to say that multi-millionaires don't do that. I'm not saying that. But if you getting out of a situation you grew up in, that in an environment that has that was always present, and you get away from that and you become a rock star, not just a rapper or a hip hop artist, a fucking rock star, and you're still associated with this bullshit. Like, I don't get that, bro. Like, the real motherfuckers that should get their hands to touch on some money. I promise, if it give me multi-millions of dollars, I promise I wouldn't be a problem for no goddamn body, bro. No, not at all. Why would you fuck an opportunity off like that, bro?
I mean, some people can't break away because you got to think about the music that they making.
Man, so, I don't give a fuck.
And the image, but the image they portraying. You see what I'm saying? Sure. So that image and what you're saying, like you start to believe that.
Are out there. I know, but but it's still, I don't give a. I mean, it's like it's playing a fucking role to me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's a social commentary. I mean, it's like it's like the whole idea, you know, that they've been pushing on the niggas that you have to keep it real and all this type of bullshit. We know motherfuckers come from certain environments and shit, but this is stupid though. You know what I'm saying? Like this is fucking stupid.
But what Jermaine's saying, in this day and age, that's what gets you on. Like back then, you could be a studio gangster and get on because it was more or less about your talent. Nowadays, it's your name having some credence to what you saying is what gets you on. Like, oh, this nigga really shoot niggas. Oh, let me buy his album. Man, this nigga
King
really,
Von.
you see what I'm saying?
Bro, King Von
That's so
blew up because
stupid.
King Von was a
Isn't it?
demon.
Yeah, King Von was a real life killer. Like you heard he just they just said that that the Ducks murder, they got a lot of evidence that he the one put the hit out on that for 100 bands. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
he was doing all that shit himself.
Stupid. Like, oh my god, like, I mean,
But you know what's cold is, it's like, okay, so I was listening to Bill Haney talk, right? And he was talking about I think we talked about this on Tuesday's show, but he talked about you know, the Tank Davis thing and how they were talking about how Tank is more relatable for niggas in the hood, nigga that got his dad and all that type of shit and that. And then Bill Haney was saying that, you know, so a nigga that's got his dad in his life and all that and everything, he's not relatable, or that story or whatever. And that he was just like, you know, we so caught up on that whole lie that the streets is, you know, is this place to be when it's really not. You know what I'm saying? Where you can't do nothing but fail there in most cases. You know what I mean? It's just, you know, that's where we're at. That's that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know Elijah, he don't want that for his son. I know Jermaine, you don't want that for your son, or any of the shit that you live through. You know, you don't want your children to ever fucking go through any of that shit. Right. Just based on that, it's troubling for me when I see a nigga like Young Thug, who's I feel like is pretty talented. I don't think he was the greatest rapper or anything, but I think he was a great entertainer.
He was a super entertainer and super writer, producer, all that.
Right, and so I'm just saying, like, but you threw it all away for this bullshit. I mean, I mean, you know, I mean, we've seen it on all levels or whatever. What is this?
Yeah, I seen that too. I was like, what? Yeah, okay. Whatsoever. Do what you gotta do.
What the fuck y'all see?
Okay.
Nothing. Nothing.
Oh, okay.
You see it? Nigga gonna fuck around and go mug shots and shit on fucking news, nigga. Gotta go dun dun dun. News at 5. You see this nigga's mug shot on there. Hold on, y'all see the thumbnail I used for the show, right?
Did I?
With all the sleeping.
Yeah. Courtesy of Ivory Maze.
Right. Yeah, I used that as the thumbnail today. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna use this shit. This is gonna work for us. Shit. Young Thug is a fucking idiot, though. I mean, well, no, I don't. And you know what? And it's probably, yeah, he's an idiot for even being associated with. I'm leaving them niggas in the dust, man. Fuck you, niggas, bro. I'm gone. Got me fucked up, bro.
I mean, you got to think, man. Like, so let's say, right, you know, back in the day when G-ism was heavy popular and everything, and you know, look at the lifestyle. So
I know.
Add money to that cocktail. What does that look like?
Yep.
It was already out of control with little next to no money.
Right.
So just imagine adding millions onto that fire.
Well, what I'll tell you, this is what I imagine and what I remember is that I know how I was moving in which direction I was going, and it was away from that shit during, you know, and especially when Melissa got pregnant, you know, that's my shit changed early on in this shit. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, but it was like everything around me was burnt. It's like being in the house just with all the walls burning. You know what I'm saying? Like you watching this shit in real time. That's
I mean, you got to look at this. You got to look at the associations. You know, the family members. You also got to look at, you know, the label head, their association, how they associate. You know what I mean? So it's all around. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, you're right. Yeah.
I mean, even to this day, it ain't went nowhere. So, you know what I mean? Like, when you look at it in that dynamic, just throw millions on top of that, bro. It's, you know, you already feeling like you untouchable. You can do whatever.
Right.
And you having money.
Yeah. I don't think I'm gonna be still selling no motherfucking dope.
No, you ain't gonna be doing that. But I mean, a motherfucker can't step on your toe either.
Yeah, no, I mean, I got that in me always. I mean, but I mean, like I said, I just know that I remember the whole process, bro, and I just remember how I started to fade away from a lot of shit, you know, when certain shit was going on in front of my eyes, and so I just, you know, I started doing more me than anything.
But yeah, in some of these niggas' cases, we talking about bodies on this. I mean, this hood shootings, just ridiculous shit that niggas should have no business involved in, dealing with.
No, I mean, we was on that too, though. I'm saying, like,
I'm saying, but when you get a certain status, like, nigga, who the fuck, like, you know what I'm saying?
Because you got to think, if it's two people, right? If it's two people really getting paid, right, and all the rest of the people that you hang around ain't getting paid, they still in that lifestyle. They still living that life. You know what I'm saying? But you getting paid and somebody else is getting paid, but they ain't. But y'all all still hang around each other. So that element is gonna always be there because they
I
ain't
wasn't
where
gonna
you
be
at.
hanging. As soon as the money would, I'm gonna tell you this. Say we would have got the big deal. Oh, that was finna end.
I mean, really, it sound good, but
Hold
it
on,
only
man. We'll
heightens.
talk more about this backstage because because really, I mean, I'm just saying though, bro, like I hear what you're saying and you are absolutely fucking right. I'm just saying to you, me, when it pertaining to that shit, bro, my whole transition, nigga, I was moving away from that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? I would disassociate, especially when shit was happening to me by my own people. You see what I'm saying? Getting stabbed in the back and shit like that. And once that happened to me, bro, it was never the fucking same with me.
No, I get that.
You know what I'm saying? I was with my baby mom most of the time after that. You know what I'm saying? Or I was with Cool Nuts most of the time. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't fucking with none of that shit, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, nigga. You get nigga jumped on. You know, I mean, all this shit that happened to me, nigga, that just pushed me further away. So I already knew if I was gonna continue with this shit, bro, I wasn't gonna be doing it that way. It wasn't.
So just imagine with Cool Nuts with money, with millions of dollars back then with his association. What that'd look like.
Yeah, it would have been tough because we had because there was that dynamic and that problem we were dealing with.
It has still been there. You know what I mean? Because of the label head, you know what I'm saying, is has a tie too.
Right.
So it's all around. Like I said, it's a dicey game, and whenever you playing with street level niggas, you know what I mean? It's like you still want to rap that because that's the audience. You know what I mean? At least that's the audience that you want, you know what I mean, that you have. So, you know, in order to appeal to that audience, what you got to do, how you got to be, how you got to behave. You know what I mean? So it kind of goes hand in hand, man. You can't get away from it. You know what I mean? Unless you got security and you just moving, you know, but you got to get to a certain level to actually see that. You know what I mean? Like 50 Cent was one of the few people that was able to get away from that, man. And to be able to still maintain
and transition into a different career, a different portion.
But it's rare. It's rare, bro. It's a rare thing.
I just think it's more so the people that, I mean, it's how quick you pick it up and figure it all out, you know, before it's too late, before you become a victim to whatever, you know, whether it be a dope fiend, locked up in prison or dead, you know, or fuck off on your money tricking on the bitch. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because that could happen too. And that's big. You know.
I mean, that's what people doing now. You got Bam Bam Kevo talking about he done paid, you know, the most he done paid for some box was 12 racks.
What?
You know? Yes. Hey man, these niggas be leading with their money. They wallet, you know.
This is the same nigga that got his whole body done.
Yeah, man, he got a BBL, man.
What?
Yes.
Nigga, fake muscles, fake abs, fake everything.
Bro, he got a BBL, man.
And he looks crazy. He looked like an action figure. He looked crazy as fuck. He looked stupid as hell.
Yeah, man. Hey, I
BBL.
mean today. Yeah, bro. Today's world, man, it's crazy, bro. How these niggas, man, they ain't got no game. They can't talk or nothing, man. It's I know some
Take your motherfucking ass to the gym and work out. I mean, I don't get that, bro. Who's on some fake muscles, bro? Like, who does that? People
hey, man, a nigga that want instant gratification that never had it, and all of a sudden a nigga got some money. You know what I'm saying? But a nigga, I mean, a lame is a lame, regardless if you got some money or not. I think that's the one thing that people don't understand. Like, you could be a sucker with some money. You know what I mean?
But the money ain't gonna do nothing but exacerbate that point. That
exactly.
You're a sucker and you're gonna be on. And there you go. The BBLs for a nigga. Nigga got washboards built in, muscles and chest muscle, all that. Well, yeah, fuck out of here, bro.
But you still can't communicate with a woman, so you know what I'm saying. So you paying for it.
Right.
I know some niggas that ain't have a dime, man. They got plenty of women, man. They got a hell of a mouthpiece.
Goddamn right, nigga. I've been broke plenty of times in pool, nigga. I don't know what the fuck these niggas is on.
Hey, man, but these new age niggas, man, they don't know how to communicate, man. So they gotta leave with their wallet. Yeah, I'm gonna take you shopping. I'm gonna go buy this.
Nah, it was old school niggas is like that too. I remember when bitches come around, niggas was pulling out the fine bitch niggas pulling out their wallets and counting their money and shit so the bitch could see that shit. Nigga.
One thing is for sure. I mean, of course. I mean, that's just a part
jewelry
of
and toolery. I know. I get it.
But one thing is to show somebody something, but another thing is to give somebody something.
Yeah.
It's a difference.
No. I'm just saying though, like the motherfucker do that though. It's funny as fuck though. Because I've seen people do that shit. You know what I mean?
I done did it.
Like,
you know what I'm saying? I done did it
because you can. I mean, I'm just saying. What I'm saying is though, I just remember we'd be at the house back in the days and shit like that. It'll be one bitch and 70 niggas. And niggas is they circling the bitch like a shark. They circling the bitch like a shark. Everybody want to holler at the bitch, and bitch might be liking one of the niggas that ain't doing none of that shit or whatever. But then, niggas like, oh, hold on, man. I'm gonna pull out my wad on this nigga, man. You know what I'm saying? On this bitch, nigga, and let her see something, nigga.
Hey, man, it's all hey, man.
All jewelry and foolery.
Hey, man, that glitter and gold, man, that's the pimp game, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I'm gonna show you something.
Speaking of pimp game, do you know who Kimi Casanova is? Oh, nigga, he one of the coldest rappers I ever heard.
Oh, that's that dude you was talking about.
Yeah, nigga, he's cold as a motherfucker. Backstage, I'm gonna play his little video, bro, so y'all can see what I'm talking about. Nigga hard, bro. He cold,
yeah,
man.
I was trying to get back there anyway. Bro, Shannon was finna scrap with John Moran's dad.
Who?
Shannon Sharp.
Really?
That's what I'm reading right now.
He was gonna do what?
Shannon Sharp had to. They said they had to separate her. They had to take Shannon back to the escorting. I'm out of there.
Shannon will break that motherfucker's neck, bro. He better.
They said it started. They said it started with. Hold on. It said it started with another player, and Shannon told him he couldn't guard LeBron. And he said Dylan Brooks. Yeah. He said it started with Dylan Brooks. He told Dylan Brooks he couldn't guard LeBron, and Dylan Brooks told him "fuck you."
He'll break Dylan Brooks' neck.
So he said Dylan Brooks started coming his way, told him you don't want this, and then Josh started talking shit and his daddy, and he was like, yeah.
He said Shannon bench about damn near 350, 400.
No, man. Right. Let's say that, man. Keep it. Put some respect on that man's name. I seen him working out. I was like, ooh, that nigga hard, bro. Like, just,
He's not messing with Shannon.
Oh, Shannon doesn't look like he was playing either right here.
He wasn't playing because he tweeted about it. He said them niggas didn't want this smoke. Like, he was ready to fight for real.
No, I can see that, bro. I'm looking at the pictures right now. I'm sitting like, Shannon. Okay, Shannon, like, man, you better put some respect on my name, bitch, nigga. Hold on. Fuck you saying? You're afraid.
Bro, Shannon is in shape, in an impeccable shape.
Right. Started to Sharp exchanging words with Dylan Brooks. Then Steven Adams and John Morant got involved, and eventually T. Morant. It says after Sharps and Brooke were yelling at each other, John Morant walked towards him, telling them, "Sit your ass down." That's when Adams stepped in, and Morant's father got involved. I don't like John Morant. He's a bitch. He's gonna get humbled. Nigga, your daddy can't save you, nigga. You niggas is acting like coons, nigga.
So you said John Morant was arguing with Shannon Sharp?
It started with Dylan Brooks. All of them was.
Yeah. And so he's like, sit your ass down or whatever the fuck. But it's like, man, he beating all you niggas up, bro.
Shannon said they didn't want this smoke. He said, Dave, he said they do all that talking and jockeying, and I ain't about all that jockeying. He said it started with Dylan Brooks. I said he was too smart to guard LeBron. He said, fuck me. I said, fuck you back. He started to come at me, and I said, you don't want these problems. And then Jock came out of nowhere talking. He definitely didn't want these problems. Then his dad came in. He obviously didn't want these problems either, but I wanted problems with all of them.
Get him, Shannon. Yeah, Shannon like, man, fuck you niggas, man. He already mad and on the edge about Skip, nigga. You know, man, shit, you better be careful fucking with Shannon right now.
Yeah, Ja was just trying to probably just stick up for his teammate, man, and got in a little bit over.
I don't like him, bro.
That nigga's raw, bro.
I didn't say he wasn't. I said I don't like the nigga. I don't like it. I'm just saying, man, somebody's finna slap that nigga with that whole hairdo, nigga. Nigga, tighten up. Nigga, what the fuck is wrong with this nigga, man? He needs to be humble.
They found the right one fucking with Shannon, nigga. He definitely was with the activities tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I just would like to see how them niggas would fare, though. I want to see what you gonna really do, though.
Nah, you know man, I mean? It's the difference between a football player and a basketball player, man. You know, it's the difference. It's a different level.
Is a 54-year-old man.
Listen, he ain't no average 54-year-old man, though. I know some 54-year-old man right now that'll whoop a 20-year-old easily.
Yeah.
I know some out here.
Yeah.
Run up on Roy Pittman or somebody, like he's 60-something, 70-something years old. See what he do.
Oh, yeah, he'll break your ass in half.
Right. See what he do to you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
You better leave that man alone.
Yeah, nah, man. So I was trying to pull this story though. My internet's tripping, but I got it up. But I don't like that shit though, bro. Like, what's wrong with these weirdos? You had to break it up. Shannon Sharp. Let me find I'm sure it's a YouTube clip of this shit up. Here we go. Shit. All right, let me see something. What we got? Thug got perks, passport, and everything in this bitch. Shannon Sharp, what you doing? Team Morant Grizzlies, get into it. Oh, he taught that nigga that all them niggas talking shit. Them niggas didn't want nothing. They see them niggas after the lockup. Shannon is a big dude, bro.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying, right? Like it's bro.
Ain't Shannon like 6'5", 6'4"?
No, I think he's like 6'3" ish. I don't know. You can Google it though.
Man, he was a tight end, right?
I know. 6'3" is. I mean, what do you mean? No, I know what he played.
I don't know, man. But all I can say is that they don't want to see him, bro.
Man, them niggas are skinny.
He gonna break a kneecap or something, bro. They gonna be injured for life messing with him.
Got Shannon Sharp out there doing the fool on these niggas, man. Shannon is wilding,
bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. He too big to be playing with. He one of them people that's too big to be playing with.
I think so. Cause I wouldn't play. I pulled my pistol on this nigga if he.
That's what I'm saying, bro. He's too big to be playing with.
For real.
He been getting hit his whole life, so he ain't afraid of contact.
Mm-hmm. Hold on, let me see here. Oh, there you go.
And hi again, everyone, with Mark Jackson, Mike Green on hand. We'll check in with Malik in just a moment. Never a dull moment in the NBA, because after the buzzer sounded, there was a little bit of an incident here courtside at the Crypto.com arena. Dylan Brooks was having words with Shannon Sharp, Hall of Famer and broadcast.
And he ain't budged.
You see Steven Adams comes over to protect his guy along with the supporting cast, and then Shannon Sharp still talking, and T. Morant, John Morant's dad, comes over. Had an opportunity to talk to T. Morant, and he said, my blood pressure didn't go up a bit. Nothing but love and respect for Shannon Sharp. It's a bunch of guys talking a bunch of trash.
Okay,
Just silly. I mean, for it to get like that here at an NBA game. Apologize for a little technical difficulties. So,
thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sport,
I can't wait to hear about that.
And you see, Shannon didn't move not one single
No.
foot back.
They just kind of flowed him towards And then Adams with your punk ass, fuck out of here with that long ass ponytail shit, bitch ass nigga.
Hey man, he done got buff, bro. Did you see when he first came in? I was watching pictures and shit.
Who, Adams?
Yeah.
So Clara said he's 6'2".
Man, he look bigger than that.
Right.
No, he big. He said taller. Dylan Brooks said Shannon Sharp shouldn't have been allowed to stay after the altercation, and I agree with that. I agree with that. Real talk.
Why not?
Nigga, because you're a goddamn spectator, nigga. When any other spectator do some shit like that, they get thrown out the game. That's why. Nigga, they was having you can't do that. They kick fans out for that, bro. So Shannon was having an argument with these niggas. He said, fuck you, back and forth banter with fans, bro. How does that even look? You're out.
That's a point. Right. He wasn't heckling him. He said the player said, fuck you. He said, fuck you back.
Again, you're gone. You know what I'm saying? They get rid of people like that all the time in games, bro. And he's
right. I mean, right.
Sharp,
He right about that. They do that.
You know?
I think that.
So I mean, he doesn't, and then like what he's saying, that's why he's saying that he should have been kicked out the fucking game, because it caused a whole thing on there. When has that ever happened with just a regular fan? Shannon isn't special because he does Undisputed. You're gone. It's pretty simple to me. I don't give a fuck what I fuck with Shannon. I'm with him in this situation in terms of him mixing with them, but you got to get him out of there. You got to get him out of there after that, I think. Because that's potential violence to happen after the fact when, it's over or whatever, and then some shit escalates after the fact and he's still there. Then you got to explain that. But yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, you gotta go. Get your motherfucking ass out of here, nigga. And so yeah, but we're gonna be talking about that on Monday on Undisputed, I'm sure. Shannon is he's a hot topic right now.
He getting a whole lot of ratings right now, man.
Yeah, he's trending. He's trending. He's trending up. So he probably can go ahead and leave Skip right now.
Bro, he's hot.
Hey, listen, man, this nigga finna be in movies next.
Man, controversy sells, so.
Just don't say Tinder.
It's definitely controversy.
Hey, just don't call that man. Just don't call that man Tinder, man. Just don't use that kind of language. Tinder is it's one of them words, man. It's a trigger word. Like a white person calling a black person nigger.
Got a little moist.
Oh shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that kind of shit right there. That's the whole trigger though. Like, yeah, but anyway. What else is popping? That was some good. Intel. Jax was on the spot reporting. He said on the spot, and that was tonight, right? At the game. Yeah, that was on the spot reporting right there. You get it here first on PDXDOPE Live, you freak. Shannon Sharp out here ready to knock some heads, nigga. Brought to you exclusively. Shit.
Who ended up winning that game, by the way?
Lakers by 1.
Ooh, okay.
Lakers, okay.
122, 121.
Yeah, man. I do not like the fucking Grizzlies, bro. They do too much talking and they did nothing, bro. And you was on them last year, Jax. You was talking about they was gonna beat the Warriors. I was like, nah, nigga. Not happening.
But I said if they had Ja. If they had Ja, they would have beat them niggas. They would have.
Nah, I don't believe that. I know you said that. You did say that. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I think they still get.
They took them the distance. That they'd have beat them niggas, bro.
They played them tough. I give them that. But I just, and then did you watch the Christmas game? I watched that.
A little bit of it.
Yeah, they cooked them niggas. It's like, yeah, you watched a little bit because the niggas got cooked, nigga. Klay Thompson had what? He had like 30-some on them niggas. But it was a good game, though. It was still a good game. I think they young and feisty, bro, but I just think they a little bit, they playing out they out of their shoes a little bit, man. They physical and tough. They ain't scared of nobody. I can respect that, but they cocky as fuck though.
Yeah, they are. They most definitely.
They just cocky as fuck.
You got to do some winning to get that. You know.
Yeah.
You got to accomplish something.
Yeah, when they do, if they do, then it's all bets are off. Then.
Yeah, now you can start talking, but you can't.
I'll let them rock. If they win a championship or get to the Western Conference Finals or something, I'll rock. I'll let them rock, man. But it's just premature, though, man. But that shit with Shannon, though, man, I want Shannon to just fire on one of the niggas. It would have been way better if he would have just rocked off on one of them niggas.
Man, Shannon thinking about his money too. Don't think he ain't. Because that's the first thing that Shannon always talk about. Shannon always talk about his money. So trust me.
Listen,
Shannon,
man. After way Skip been disrespecting Shannon don't give a fuck right now. He rocking off on anybody, dude.
Yeah, but Shannon, no, man, that's gonna affect it. Trust me. Shannon thinking about his money.
Yeah, he lucky he don't get banned from the mother. If he would have fired on somebody, he would definitely be banned from the stadium.
That's what I'm saying.
He would never go to no NFL game or NBA.
Shannon right now is probably getting NFL. What he was getting in the NFL, he probably getting right now for doing what he's doing.
Yeah, he's talented.
So I don't see him squandering that off. He too smart for that.
Yeah, man, but he might catch them niggas at the club. Where was they at? Was they in LA or was they in LA or Memphis? Because they definitely be in the same circles. It's probably LA because I think
if they at the club or something. There. Oh, it's probably fair game at the club.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Now, I'm gonna see you somewhere.
And then what's happening? You know what I'm saying? Talk that shit you was talking.
John Moran, them niggas roll away. Hey, listen, bro.
They in LA, yep.
Yeah, nigga. See,
yeah. You liable to run into him. They going to the same after party.
To the same after party, right? Same. We're gonna be in the same area, nigga. I'ma holler at you. So what was that shit you was talking? And you heard T. Moran, he was copping the plea early, nigga. There was nothing but love, nothing but respect for shit.
What did he say? My pressure never went up.
Yeah, my pressure never went up. Because he knew he wasn't even stepping to him about no funk, nigga. T. Moran is a nice kind of guy. He's cool. The dad, he's cool. He talks to everybody, jokes with everybody. And he don't want to get his little ass beat up by that big ass nigga. Because Shannon like, what you say, little nigga? He was saying that he was on his Debo shit. He looked like he was drinking that yak, nigga. He was feeling it, bro. He was off that yak, bro. You always be talking about that yak. That nigga, he was off that yak, nigga. He was blued up, nigga. That nigga looked like a banger, nigga, low key, bro. I'm just saying, he in LA now. I don't know. Shannon is different, nigga. Shannon Sharp, bro. He trying to get some get back because he was acting like such a hoe with Skip. You know, he was crying and shit. Big ass nigga crying. Now he trying to get his get back. He's like, nah, fuck that. You niggas ain't gonna keep pushing me around. You ain't gonna keep on trying to knock over my drinks. What you say to me? Fuck me, little light skinned, and he light skinned too, bro. He was light skinned, bro. Like I
remember he checked Kevin Durant, nigga, for calling him ignorant, nigga. He wasn't feeling that, nigga. He was like, nigga, when you see me, nigga, you gonna have to, nigga, explain that. And nigga, when he said, nigga, we had to talk about that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You know, they had to talk about it.
Absolutely.
Because you don't have to like Shannon Sharp. You don't have to like him. But the one thing that nigga's not is ignorant. You know what I'm saying? He is not fucking ignorant, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, he can be ignorant to things. We're all ignorant to certain things that we don't know what we don't know. But to say that man is ignorant, bro, he's very intelligent, bro. He's smart. He breaks shit down. He's one of the best to do it, in my opinion.
He wasn't feeling that. Like, he said on the show, he said,
yeah, nigga, I'm gonna be on your head, nigga. I'm gonna beat your little skinny ass down, nigga. You can't fight, nigga. What the fuck is you niggas? What's wrong with you niggas? You guys don't even fight the NBA, nigga. You niggas backpedal and swing, and nobody hits nothing. And then they break it up, nigga. That's all that happens since Kermit Washington broke Rooney Tomjanovic's face. You know what I'm saying? Niggas ain't really scrapping, nigga, or melee in the pallet. You know, niggas is not fighting, nigga. Like,
that's what I'm saying, man. Like, Shannon been getting hit his whole life, man. And, you know, he's with that physicalness. Like, okay, come on, bring it on. Like, I'm gonna break one of y'all's ankles or knees or something. Like, y'all never be able to play in the NFL again.
And then a nigga gonna get... And then they're gonna fuck around and get sued by the team for breaking the nigga jaw.
Yeah, especially if it broke jaw shit up.
Oh, that would have been all bad. I don't want to see the nigga get hurt, bro. But I mean, he might have slapped Jaw. You know what I'm saying? Just slap that nigga one time.
Man, listen, Jaw knew better. I mean, you know how a person run up, but they don't really run up, and they got a whole bunch of people in front of them. You know what I mean? Like they try to act like they tough. That's what that was, man. It wasn't like he wasn't trying to get in that man. He's sizing him up too. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like like, man, let me have some people in back. In front of me, man, like acting like they hold me back. You know what I'm saying?
So you let him big ass didn't even want it.
Hey, did y'all hear about this nigga? Antonio Brown is back in the news again.
Yeah, on the plane.
No, he put up a picture.
Man, he's
of
an idiot.
His baby mama or something. So Antonio Brown claims that his Snapchat was hacked after sharing the explicit pic of his children's mother. This nigga's crazy, bro.
Bro, he's an idiot. He just got caught up, man, selling somebody a fake Richard Mille.
Oh, I heard about that. That dude said he got in for 2 watches for over $300,000.
I heard about that story,
bro. That means your money is funny.
Ain't nobody get, man. Like, is a fake watch or is this a watch? What are we talking about?
Yes.
Watch.
He sold him 2 fake watches that is normally worth. They normally, I mean, they could run up to $300,000, $400,000, $600,000 a piece. You know what I mean? So he sold this dude 2 fake ones.
And the dude found out because he went to get him insured.
Afraid.
And the dude, and the dude said, man,
bro, he out here scamming. Bro.
This nigga don't play football no more. He's scamming.
He hitting licks.
Brown, this nigga's a straight yamp, bro. What's wrong?
He hitting licks right now.
He's a yamp, bro. Like, this nigga's a straight, man. He's a sucker, bro.
I think he got that concussion shit, man.
Man, we give that
I think
nigga
he was
way
always
out,
slow.
bro. That nigga's retarded, right?
I think he was
slow,
always
bro.
slow. He was just talented.
Yeah,
But he really acting out right now, though.
Nah, he can't read or nothing, bro. He's dumb, bro.
Oh, not
Like,
read.
you hear his
Wow.
rap, nigga? Like, you nigga, he's fucking crazy, bro. Like, he's fucking retarded, short bus ass nigga, bro. Fuck him, man. You see this nigga, man. Hate trolling Tom Brady and shit, and motherfucker that helped him, you know, like this. Somebody gonna shoot him, bro, because he's dangerous. I'm just telling y'all right now, bro. He's gonna end up getting shot.
Damn.
Something's gonna happen to that nigga, bro. I mean, I don't mean to sound fucked up, bro, but it's just like the shit that he do. Like, okay, so let me ask you, Jax. If this nigga was in the room in the same area where you was, or some shit, you know how that nigga be acting, bro. You gonna either leave or kill this nigga because eventually he gonna come around the room disrespecting, nigga. He's
shit.
like that, bro. He's like that, bro. Fuck that nigga. Man, for real, bro. I'll smoke that nigga. Oh, I didn't mean to say that, bro.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. Fuck out of here.
Just because you got money doesn't mean you're not trash.
That's Bubba right there.
That's right.
Fantastic. Of course, yesterday morning, woke up, Twitter's going nuts. People are like, oh my God, please tell me Antonio Brown did not post that on his Snapchat. And we all know what it was. Oral sex from the baby's mama / ex-wife / ex-girlfriend / whatever in the hell she is. My God. It's one thing after another. He's posted bullshit about Giselle, Tom Brady. I mean, showing his ass with the Buccaneers, walking off the field, exposing himself in Dubai at a hotel. It's one dumpster fire after another. Let's get to this because it seems he's trying to explain himself out of this crap, out of this hole he's in.
He got hacked.
Because he's saying supposedly his Snapchat was hacked.
He just got hacked. That's all. It's okay. Not that big.
And he's working to fix the issue. This is TMZ. Now, the thing about
Come on, struggle streaming.
it is, we've seen this a lot with celebrities. Something comes out. Oh, it makes them look bad. It makes them look terrible. And all of a sudden, it's let me pull the card of saying my account was hacked. And maybe it was. The problem is, when you're somebody like Antonio Brown, it's hard to give you the benefit of the doubt because it's one damn dumpster fire after another. Antonio Brown is deflecting responsibility for a sexually explicit private picture shared on Snapchat, claiming his account was hacked. The ex-NFL superstar broke his silence on the situation Wednesday, saying he's working with the social media platform to resolve the issue. How come you did not make a statement within minutes of the picture going out yesterday? I'm just wondering, within minutes,
looking at his phone.
There had to have been people calling you up. I just don't buy it. As we previously reported, AB's account posted a picture of his ex, Chelsea Chris, performing oral sex on him in a bed. The image was shared all over the internet. Chelsea addressed the photo shortly after it went public, saying she was aware of the post and reported it to Snap. Yeah, because the theory was that she's saying AB put it out there as a manner to possibly get back at her because he's not real happy right now. Who knows? Chelsea also stated she had previously asked AB to keep their past relationship private, but he refused. A spokesperson for the platform told TMZ Sports AB's account was suspended and an investigation was underway, citing community guidelines that, quote, prohibit sexually explicit content and bullying or harassment of any kind. Guys, there can be serious legal implications around this.
But it's stupid because how is it hacked, fool? That's your Snapchat account, not your phone account. So which one is it? I mean, like, let's just be. You sound stupid. Like, okay, they just hack your Snapchat, but that ain't got shit to do with your fucking phone and what's in your phone.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds dumb. It don't even make sense. Make it make sense.
I mean, he going broke.
That's very true. That's a good point, Don, because like
Make it make
if somebody
sense.
they can hack your shit, right? That's true. But how do they get the video?
Right.
Because the video is gonna most likely be on your phone, right? When we're
Okay.
doing our little shit, it's gonna.
So I mean that means you deliberately put that out there, and you can't say that somebody hacked your Snapchat account and then they got into your phone from your shut up and quit playing with my intelligence, fool.
Isn't there like laws to where if you put out, I know in some states, I want to say there's laws that if you put out for revenge porn is what they call it.
Absolutely.
And if you put that out, you can get time for that, if I'm not mistaken. Is that how that works?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Like it's considered like somewhat of a sexual assault or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or it's in that realm.
Man, you got a job, you got
Me
kids,
Mhm.
you embarrassed, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. He's an ignorant son of a bitch, bro. And the black delegation trades him.
Stupid.
We're gonna trade. We want to trade him, bro. He's on the trading block from the black delegation. Nigga, we don't need him.
Clearly,
Who we want?
trade him.
Who we want back?
No, we gonna get a white boy for him, bro, because he's weak, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We get a white boy for him, nigga. We'll take Eminem. Hold on, say shit. Oh man, I don't know who we want, man. Name somebody to take over for Antonio Brown. This is off the cuff.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, who we want, y'all, in exchange?
man, anybody, man, these dumbass niggas, man.
What's the singer's name? What's his name? That was cheating on the black chick he was married to or dating. What's his name? He be on that little singing show now. What's his name? We'll take him.
Oh, you talking about
because he can sing, you know.
Oh, you talking about what is his name? He used to be Paula Patton.
Yeah.
The light skinned gal.
Robin
What's that again? Yeah, Robin Thicke. Yeah.
Robin Thicke. We'll take Robin for $500. At least he can entertain us.
Yeah, man. Antonio got to go, bro. We can't, nigga. That his raps was bad enough for us to trade him, nigga. I'm saying, like, nigga, that nigga was on stage. He was fucking with Keisha Cole, nigga, and then he ghosted her, nigga. Shit, her feelings was hurt, nigga. I'm like, you pretty.
Everybody ghosts her though. There's something wrong with her.
Man, she's rat-tastic.
Everybody
man.
ghosts her.
She's a rat-tastic.
She's
Well,
rat-tastic.
you gotta think about her mama was Frankie. Are you guys? Are we all on the same page?
Her mom is she dead? Is Frankie dead?
Yeah, Frankie dead as a doorknob. Yeah, Frankie.
She don't come from good stock.
She
don't.
When did she die, Jax? Was it last year or this
years? But she OD'd. I know she died. She OD'd. I know that.
About a year or two ago. Yeah.
Yeah, I like Keisha Cole, man.
What I'm saying is that Keisha Cole, she should have stayed not knowing who her mama was and just stay adopted, man.
Damn,
yeah. Stay not knowing.
Hard.
Hey man, sometimes man, you gotta pay attention to that bloodline, man.
Man. And she got around them, and she was doing good until she got back around them, and her and Effie, whatever her sister name is. Effie,
right, yeah.
Whatever. And
they
Frankie,
got people up here. They got people in the town.
I wouldn't doubt it. And they were probably just as ratchet as they is too.
They are.
Just
I'm saying I know them. I mean, I've been around. I'm telling you, nigga. I've been around these people, nigga.
Yeah.
Mama included. I'm telling you. I for real though, nigga. They are. Man, listen, bro. I used to like her.
The epitome of ratchetness.
Yes.
And the same way you breed dogs, man, you gotta watch how you breed, man, with somebody else, man.
Right,
their bloodline.
But they gonna have them same.
Crazy.
It's
nuts.
I know, man. They cold, bro. Yeah.
But it's the realest shit ever, though. I mean, like,
Damn.
Look, me and my baby mama might not have got along that much, though. But she's from good stock, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, let me see your parents, man. Let me see where you come from, man. Let me see what that's looking like.
That shit matters, bro. For real.
Y'all cold, man.
That nigga said like breeding dogs. That nigga said,
Yeah,
that's for real, bro.
Dang.
Hey, you know, if you said motherfuckers go hear this shit, they're like, oh, I can't believe he said that. It's like, what do you mean?
Well, believe it, bitch. Believe
Oh,
it.
no.
It's
like-
true
Jermaine
stuff.
is right, but Jermaine, she said Jermaine is right about that. With the,
Hey, man,
No,
you
because I mean, I got a
motherfucker be a
friend. I got a
straight.
friend right now. She stay mad about who her baby daddy is. She's just like, oh my god, I'm just so fucking mad at myself. What was I fucking thinking? Fuck. Yeah.
Man, she just
we
want
all
to feel
you,
good.
we young. We was all young at one time or another in our lives, though. So she can't hold on to that.
No, you can't hold on to it.
Or it's
But I
going,
mean, you know
or it's going to destroy you. You know what I'm saying? You gotta let it go.
Yeah.
I mean, it already destroys you, man, because you got to think, man, like once you, especially for a woman, man, like once you buy a lane, that next dude coming up, he gonna be looking at you like, oh man, you done let this lame just skeet all up in you, like it's all bad, bro. Like it's all bad, bro. Like what you think he gonna accept?
He gonna start treating you like a prostitute,
bro. Like, hey man, you done let this lame man do this to you, man. I'm gonna do whatever to you. I want what he got.
That's dirty,
man. I want what he got.
No, I mean
you ain't gonna give me less than you gave him everything.
But it goes same for the niggas though. Because,
it don't though, right? It don't.
What you mean? Oh, because a nigga can shake the spot.
Man, exactly. You know what I'm saying? But man, a
he
woman
can rebuild. He can start over.
Man.
He can shake it off, nigga, and start over.
No, I'm like Jermaine. How dare you switch it up on me? Like, don't get this nigga everything, and now I'm around. Now you wanna? Oh no, absolutely not. I'm gonna need the same French benefits he was getting. I'm gonna need that ammo. What we talking about?
Right.
Okay, so here's a question. So, what do you think about the idea of a born again virgin or a motherfucker who got multiple children and then they fuck with you?
Unheard of.
And then they say, well, I'm saving myself for marriage.
Listen, man, you can only be a rookie.
Hold on.
You can only be a rookie one time. You can only go to the rookie game one time. You can't go to the rookie game your sophomore year, your junior year, or your senior year, right? So listen, you know what I mean? Like,
hold on. So I agree with what you're saying.
No, I was saying I dealt with that where where at the time, I was out there running around, and then here's this one chick who is known for, you ain't got to put in no work, and oh yeah, I'm gonna do this, and I'm changing, and this like, nah, I want you to be the hoe that you was back then. So, yeah, I had to have a couple times.
Hey, listen, I be watching this nigga named Thon Lexi. Shout out to Thon Lexi.
Oh my god! There you go.
I call him nigga Malcolm X, nigga, but he look like a smoked out Ice-T or Mac 10. But he's Thon Lexi, but he's in the manosphere, and he's kind of like little Kevin Samuels. He's like, Kevin Samuels was the Godfather. He's like the God. He calls himself the Godson, but he sweats Kevin Samuels. But he does these reaction videos to this lady, this dating show by Kendra G or whatever.
Well, she's horrible.
Hey, but it's funny as fuck though, because he breaks them down. He's like,
right.
We got these hyenas, or he talks about how delusional some of them were. I want a 6-figure man, or is he like, I'm a born again virgin. I got 5 baby daddies. But I ain't finna just give up my cookie for, and he like, or Kevin Samuels did this in particular. He was just like, wait a minute, so you finna make me wait for something you didn't gave out to motherfuckers that, you know what I'm saying, to 5 different niggas? Like, I'm supposed to wait for this? Like, this is something that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not doing it.
No, that's a lame, you know what I'm saying? And she only can get what she can get. You know what I mean? You can want something. That don't mean you gonna get it. You know what I mean? Like, you can want a man that make a lot of money and you done made all them mistakes, but that man done worked too hard, man. Most likely you're never gonna get that. I mean, that man is gonna,
some do.
I feel like too, if she's saying that too, and most of them is saying that, it's like either, okay, well, here's a scenario to look at. you got something, or you just don't like that
Whoa,
motherfucker. Wait,
rewind. What you mean? Do you got something?
The hivs or something.
Oh shit. Okay, continue.
Yeah, you got something. You got a disease.
Sure.
That's
You got
deep.
a disease. You got something wrong with your shit. There's something wrong with you, or for one, the person, hey, bub, or the one that you oh my girl, I love your whole life, thank you. Or the one that's trying to get at you at that moment in time, you just don't fucking like. So you gonna tell that motherfucker whatever it is, and he and break his pockets and make him think that that's what it is. I'm just saying.
The hivs though.
Yeah, the hivs, the gonorrhea, the herpes. Hi. I was gonna get a coffee.
I'm so glad I don't got to deal
Americano.
with
I'm getting married tomorrow.
Thank you.
Yeah, the nigga whole thought about marriage. We start thinking about that shit.
Love.
Yeah, thank you, my love.
Where have you been all my life, nigga? Damn it!
Like I love you. You know, they talking about like Lenny Williams, nigga, and this motherfucker.
But I mean, it's just that simple. Like a lot of these yamps and these niggas be so fucking stupid. They fall for the dumbass shit. They're like, oh, she changing her ways. Let me help her out. I want to have her back. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
But
you can't.
them in most of them cases them is all simps.
They are.
You know.
As a matter of fact, I'm finna find a Don Lexi reaction video to share with y'all.
You know my medium, Americano
I ain't
with extra shot.
I ain't monetized anyway. This is interesting, so fuck it.
Yeah, shit. We 3 hours deep with damn show. We monetized.
You got damn right, nigga. We been demonetized for all this shit that is going on in here. Hold on, let me Young Malcolm, nigga. That's just a 10-minute one.
I did.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I'm gonna turn the music off for this one. We're gonna dig in on this last hour before y'all start dropping off like flies. Hold on, where's my music at?
Shit, I gotta be up at like 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, I know. I gotta be up because I gotta
be that. I used to be you.
You said what?
I used to be you.
Hey man, I'm just going to a volleyball game, man.
Oh, where's it at?
In
Where's it
Longview,
at?
Washington tomorrow.
Oh, Longview is an easy drive.
It is, man, but I really don't want to get up and, you know what I mean?
Is it an all-day tournament?
Yes.
All right, here's my man Don Lexi. Shout out to Don Lexi, man. I fucks with you, family.
That's her?
No, that's one of the girls, I think, on the show that they're we struggle streaming. Really, bitch? Your mouth is open. Why open up, bitch? What that mouth do? Oh no.
Damn it.
Oh, come on, Don. What's going on, bro? This what we doing, Don Lexi? Okay, so I'm struggle streaming already.
All them women that got 3 kids, 2 baby daddies, their baby daddy don't want them, and they still don't got no man? Noted. All of the women that claim that they're happy and that they're 40, almost turning 50, never had a husband, never been married, never wanted kids, never want to do none of that, but they sitting at home with their cat on TikTok? 40? Noted.
Oh, they're gonna hate
I don't
her.
want to live y'all life, so I'm not taking advice from you. But trust and believe I'm analyzing that lifestyle to figure out how to not end up like that.
Keep working, keep striving, never give up, fall down 7 times, get up 8. Ease is a greater threat to progress than hardship. Ease is a greater threat to progress than hardship. So keep moving, keep growing, keep learning.
You hear that, Don?
Truth is, a lot of dudes who are like 45, 50
He's
years
the
old
biggest
who
simp of
refuse to
them
date
all.
women their age, they don't do so
cheated on
because
his
they
wife.
prefer young women and how they look. Because
Get it
let's be
back.
real, it's a lot of 40-something-year-old
Thank you.
women that'll give these 20-something-year-old girls a run for their money. But it's because of the mental aspect.
Man, shut up.
Like,
nigga.
as a guy gets older, one who wants to play games, by the way, who's like
can't
40
stand
something,
this
50
nigga.
years old.
Me either.
He remembers it being easier to play those games whenever he was like 20. Because women in that age group, they're more on hope than they are experience. But experience is the best teacher. So
No, it ain't.
as he gets older and he's trying to date women
Not
his
for no woman.
age, they're
He
like,
got
no.
man
I've seen your
boobs.
kind before. Like, I've lived the proof that you're here to waste my time, and I ain't going. So now he gonna go out here talking about how he prefers younger women because older women his age are full of baggage. They're bitter. And it's like, nah, they ain't full of baggage and bitter. They have a BS detector, so they're harder to manipulate.
Your bitch
And
ass up,
manipulative
nigga.
men
I
don't
don't fuck
like
with a younger bitch.
Uh-oh.
BS detector. You sure it isn't just baggage? Men like Derek Jackson are shameful for a lot of reasons, but going out in society and preaching against an archetype of man that you actually are will always be the most shameful. Let's roll the next clip.
I want to send a message to young women who are career-minded, who want to meet someone. The kind of man that you are going to want and respect is going to want a woman who has their own identity, their own career, not just a job that you have while you wait to find someone to take care of you, but a real career that you feel good about, something that you're building towards, a job that you take pride in,
Where's your husband,
makes you
bitch?
feel like you've got it going on, makes you feel like you're accomplished and you respect yourself. That's what someone else is going to respect. You are not going to want a man who is attracted to a woman that is just waiting to walk down that aisle, get that ring, and wear that dress, because it's a long road and that kind of stuff catches up with you. And what happens is it all seems great when it's the beginning and everyone's playing house. But when you get into the trenches years later, that's when people wish they had their own identity, wish they built something. So when you're young and you don't have entanglements and you don't have multiple kids to feed,
Entanglements.
multiple mortgages, that's the time to really dig your heels, work your career. Youth is wasted on the young in many cases, and you do not need to know anything about what relationship you're going to be in for a while. So stay the course, pay your dues, work your ass off, and what you put into it, you will get back, and then you will find the person.
This is why younger women shouldn't take advice from older single women. A lot of times they're just going to tell the women to lean into their careers instead of focusing on how to be a marriageable woman. The most dishonorable thing about this is that older women have seen how this has worked out for women in their past, and they've seen how this has worked out for women who have taken those same steps, and they've watched them fail, and they're gladly leading younger women right down the exact same path. Let's roll the next clip.
I missed out on marriage and on children.
Hard here, right?
Right.
You know, like I'm at a
Look at
point
that
in my life
forehead.
where like I'm so bitter.
That's because all her
I'm so
edges are
jealous of
gone.
people who married.
Man, where's her head at? I mean, where's the
Yeah, she snatched all
where's
that
the
hairline
hairline at?
gone.
And like men
That
are
shit
just
gone.
the best. You know, like
Non-existent.
right now is
Head
when
up
I
there,
realize
nigga. Ain't nothing but
I
head
can't
in
do
that
it with them.
Head and shoulders.
Yeah, head. Bobble, bobble.
Cold, man.
Yeah, straight bobblehead, bitch, nigga. For real.
Yeah,
Damn,
she missed out. If she had somebody propose, she missed out.
And
Man,
right
the
now,
other
like
one
I
hard.
don't care like if you are
Wasn't
rich
ready.
or
Oh, I'm struggle streaming.
Damn, y'all
And I want
cold.
to see her ass.
I mean, come
To do with that
on, man.
bullshit.
Yeah, I think on Saturdays I can act crazy.
who are tall, dark, handsome,
Good.
ugly men.
Okay, so the
I
big
don't
thing.
care, by the way. As long as you're a man
No.
and you're breathing, like that's the only qualification I need, because I'm just so desperate for a husband. Like there's a lot of
Oh,
pressure
wow.
on me. So
Hey, I bet she'll take a last name.
I'll be him and I'll marry you immediately. I'll wash your clothes, I'll cook for you, I'll have your children.
All right, bitch, come on. All right, bitch, come on. But I can't have no
submissive
children. But you can't have my kids. Your head too big. But come on.
And her head ain't that big. It's just she snatched all them edges out with the weave.
Now, I understand hitting the wall, but she's just acting desperate. At one point, she said, anybody, like
Young Malcolm
whoever's
X.
willing to marry me. Like, what men do you think are willing to marry you under any circumstance, in any context? But it does put on
You still act
display
like
and
Brandon is
illustrate
ridiculous.
just how serious and dark of a time it can be for a woman who's realizing most of her options have dried up. Let's roll the next clip.
23, and the guy that I'm dating is 42.
Hmm.
And yeah, let that sink in, whatever. So the other day I'm in the car, my brother's like, "Do you think he's grooming you?" Yes. So he's like, it always has negative connotation to it because
Hmm.
people just assume because you're younger that you dumb and you don't know no better. Bro, and the thing is, he's not exploiting me. He's not manipulating me to do nothing I want to do. He's not trying to take me away from my friends and family.
Ever talk to me like that, ho?
No. And the only time I think grooming is
Yeah,
wrong
she
is
the
when
one
you're
that's she the weekend fun.
Yeah, she cute.
what's best for you. Like,
Facts. I agree. A lot of times women use this word, but they never use it correctly, because that term should only be used when something illegal is happening. Let's spin the clip.
don't have enough worldly experience or experience at all to really like make your own decisions. You just need somebody to tell you what to do all the time. And here comes this older man just taking you away from your friends, family, and everything you know to make you who he wants you to be. Not at all. I'm young, but I'm not dumb. I wanted to talk to that man. He was not even thinking twice about me until I appeared in his face. So yeah, but relax. And I'm assuming you're very book smart, which great reading comprehension. What does that teach you about dating men? Nothing. You can't give me advice because we don't have the same experience. 19, I was dating 27, 28, 29-year-olds. At 20, I was dating 60-year-olds. At 21, I was dating 30-year-olds. So I was blind. Very much I can see scissor vibes to the manipulation and the grooming that I was going through at that age because I didn't know no better. I didn't know that my thoughts were not my own. I didn't know that I was being manipulated into going certain places because I want to hang out with you, and the only option you gave me to hang out with you was going to this place.
You're
But
retarded.
I took all that shit that I learned,
She's
I
just
put it in
retarded.
the bag,
That's
and I
all.
took it somewhere.
Don't
I
worry about
evaluated myself. I thought about it. And now I overthink every interaction that I have to make sure that my thoughts are my own. So now that at 22 and 23, when I'm dating 35 to 45-year-olds, I can see the signs. I saw the signs. I got a lot of song references today.
So,
But now I know when that
bitch, you
shit is
trying to
happening.
be
You just
But I'm
running
not
through
just
dick.
letting from my own experiences. I'm looking at all the bitter old women whose life I don't want to end up like, and taking vigorous moves. Very smart and got their own money and don't need no man and don't got no man at 32. Noted. All them women that got 3 kids, 2 baby daddies, they baby.
She keeps saying noted. That's her thing. That's her catchphrase.
Baby daddy don't want them and they still don't got no man. Noted. All of the women that claim that they're happy and that they're 40, almost turning 50, never had a husband, never been married, never wanted kids, never want to do none of that, but they sitting at home with their cat on TikTok at 40. Noted.
Oh, they're gonna
I
hate
don't
her.
want to live y'all life, so I'm not taking advice from you. But trust and believe I'm analyzing that lifestyle to figure out how to not end up like that. So I got a solid, I'm about to turn 24. So I got a solid year to still off and be okay. I promise you, I've thought.
Bravo. Congratulations to this young lady for analyzing what's happened with older women who have come before her and choosing to make different decisions. And I'm not surprised that a lot of older hyenas came out of nowhere to try to derail this woman and derail her confidence and tell her there's no way to replace experience when it comes to dealing with men. Men are never looking for something equally as experienced as them or more experienced than them. Men are looking for women that they can give new experiences to. Nothing is more unattractive than a woman who's already been on a trip you're taking her to, already seen the museum you're taking her to, already been to the country you're traveling her to. It can be very deflating as a man. Men don't like this. A big part of femininity is managing.
Oh, struggle streaming.
Definitely.
Shut up! I know it.
Fuck that, bro.
Oh, shut up, ho. I'll tell you something. Come on, Lexi, get your shit together, ho.
A man's ego. So again, let's go ahead and roll the next.
Well, who's struggle streaming? You or him?
You're shaming me for liking younger women. However, everything you do, makeup, hair, hair extension, everything you're doing is to look like a younger woman. I'm actually confused as what the hell's going on here. I mean, if you like who you like is 40 is the new 25. Why don't 40 be the regular 40? You know, you shouldn't be liking younger girls, and then you'll try to look like a younger girl. I'm not trying to look like a younger girl. Yes, you are statistically. They actually did a great stream breaking down how makeup is used subconsciously to look younger. But most women they will deny this to you, which is nothing but plausible deniability. But scientifically, everything they're doing is mimicking you.
Hit the subscribe button on your way out of the room. It's Don Lexi. Also, hit the notification bell and hit the like button. Let me know if the video was a hit or a miss. Take care.
So that's Don Lexi, y'all. His videos is funny as fuck, bro. They good though. I watch him a lot.
I like him.
He reminds me of Brandon because he talks so much crap. But you know,
Jamari likes him, but he called him a hater.
He is a hater.
Jamari said he's kind of a hater.
I think so too.
Yeah.
He be talking shit.
Well, goddamn, y'all, we 3 hours, 14 minutes into the show. Guess we'll kick it backstage for a hot second. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you for rocking with us for the PDXDOPE Live Podcast Friday night edition. We've had a good time tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. And until next time, catch us Tuesday on the block for the Turn Up Show. We'll be here. You guys have a good weekend, and we out of here.
I'm right here. I ain't going nowhere. Got something to dance to for players and squares. Drugs and booze we share. The smell of weed, smoke, and sex in the air. Come and play with me if you dare. It's out of the hills, kitchen women everywhere. We living it up until the clock stop. Rockin' hip hop, we go hard to the last shot. Till my body drop, playing it in the box. Alright, let me get something clear up top. Get busy. We're not here for approval. We're not here to be liked. Get busy. See that man or that woman's man, you know, you put gas.
And boom. All right, good night, y'all. We out of this motherfucker.